You're watching the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Now it's time for the Brent and Austen Show.
Oh boy, 0-17 now after that start on Saturday night. Or is it 10-7? Or is it 5-12? What are you thinking today? Panic button? Not happy? In a way, I'm kind of happy.
Really?
Eh.
Okay, I can't wait to hear this.
Kind of like,
Brent's already getting paid underneath the table. We didn't make it to the regular season yet.
I genuinely feel this way, and I don't know if it's the right way to feel. But I said this Saturday night, even on primetime right after. And nice.
No, that's okay. Don't worry about me, Brent. Just making sure the camera's in focus.
You want to make sure you're dialed in.
We're good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just dial into that shirt.
You just keep going.
One button maybe to spell it out, or we can do it. It's Brew Krug, folks.
Yeah, you know what it is. But yeah, go ahead, man.
I'm almost glad we're not sitting here and overhyping what happened Saturday. Like, it's like, oh, they were awesome. Travis Hunter, touchdown. And, now listen, there are going to be some issues, and I think everybody's going to point to that and we should, and they will. But I almost, like, there hasn't been much wrong in camp. It's been pretty good camp so far, so you're very positive this time of year.
Okay.
And I just have a feeling like could have gone into this regular season a little blindsided by overhype. And getting on the train.
Okay.
And I think the reality of the situation is it's a 4-win football team. Couldn't stop anybody on defense a year ago. You've got a lot of first-time people doing a lot of things on the coaching staff. You've got new folks, new offense, new everything else. I'm not quite sure it should look like crazy good. You'd like it to look probably a little bit better than it did the other night. But I don't know if it should look crazy good right now. And I'm a little glad we're not caught in that trap. And now the Jags won't be caught in that trap, quite frankly, because I think there's a subconscious there, just some human instinct where you can be like, hey, we're looking good. We feel great, because that's the case this time of year and on the practice field and everything else. And I don't think that will be. It'll be pretty interesting to see how Liam Cohen now turns it up a notch here to get their attention, or how much now they play and try to have something to build toward and get better at. And I know this, the operational stuff, they will put on themselves. They're not going, it's obviously on the players too, Austen, but you've said this in the past on the old regime, when you can't line up or you can't, that's got to do with coaching too. You got to communicate that. You got to get the fundamentals down, got to get the play calls in, whatever that is. So everybody's got a little blame in some of that. So, yeah, it could have looked a little better, sure. But that's my spin.
We're good. All right. I'm not as optimistic, I guess, as you. For a couple reasons. If I was to say, what was the biggest takeaway last night? What was the most positive thing last night?
Well, Cam Little.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, and once again, as it probably should be, but to me, it feels a little like Groundhog's Day, because we're celebrating the special teams player, whether it's a punter or a field goal kicker, more than I feel like the entire team.
Yeah.
Once again, the offense came out and the first play was a penalty. And keep in mind, like, I'm talking about the ones here, which we didn't really get to see a giant sample size, right? Like, I could sit here and talk about the 2s and 3s and the 4s towards the end of the game, but like, no one really tunes in for
talk
that.
About the first 12 minutes
so
of the
game. This is really the first quarter of the game, and then take the rest for how you want it. But you come out, penalty, first play of the game. I think on defense, once again, whether, you know what, I'm going to say this, both sides, once again, interior-wise, wasn't great. I had some notes written down here. I think the first run, Ezra Cleveland missed a pull block, and Etienne was able to turn nothing into like a 3-yard gain. I feel like that can happen, because keep in mind who you're playing here. You're playing against the 2s right now. Like, the Pittsburgh Steelers starters on defense, especially like on the line of scrimmage,
pretty good.
They're pretty damn good. And not to knock their second stringers, because, we talked about this on Friday. They're a great, well-coached team, but I guess I was expecting a little more dominance against the second stringers on offense. So, you drive down the field, you get a field goal, okay, so be it. And then we flip the script. We go on the defensive side of the ball. And first play, penalty, Jarian Jones. And then, once again, we had questions about stopping the run, and we had questions about guys getting lined up properly in coverage. So if I was to break all that down, what I just said in the first, 3-4 minutes, and then I go back to last year, it's almost identical to some problems that you had last year.
Yeah.
And now I get what you're going to say. Well, this is a new regime. This is this is the first time, under the lights and everything. And that may be the point, but that can't be an excuse anymore.
Yeah.
It can't be an excuse when D'Amico Ryans comes in and turns the entire team around. By the way, a team that had a lot worse optics than the Jacksonville Jaguars did last year comes in and turns them around right away and makes them into a playoff contender. I can't say it's just it's their first year. When Dan Quinn, who's had some head coaching experience, yes, goes to Washington, who was a dumpster fire a couple years ago, turns that whole thing around, and they're in a national national NFC championship game. I can't do it.
Yeah, what I don't know, Austen, in all of that is it'll have to take me back to the Houston Texans' first preseason game and the Washington Commanders' first preseason game. I don't know if they looked good or not. Like, I don't know what that meant.
But I guarantee you probably saw a little bit of a difference.
Yeah, maybe. Probably. I think. The false start to start the game reminded me of Urban because that happened in the regular season. It was the first play of the regular season under Urban Meyer. I'm like 99% sure it was a penalty. And I was like, oh, boy. I will say this. I was surprised at the sloppy nature of the play. I was surprised at how those penalties were mounting. At one time they had 5 penalties in the first few minutes, 2 of them on the same play, so obviously only one would count. But yeah, I think there's a level of concern about that. To be honest, this is what I said after the game. My concern level on that is those are things like drop passes and penalties are things that actually you can see in either the practice field, the preseason, that sometimes do carry over to the regular season. There's a lot that doesn't, right? But those are things that can become habitual, and that can be a problem. I think even missed tackling probably can come under that same umbrella, where you can say, oh, boy, this has been going on ever since August, whatever. And so those are things that, the Jags aren't good enough to be able to be a penalty-riddled team. There are some teams that can overcome them. Kansas City, other teams over the years have been able to be good and overcome them. I don't think the Jags are there right yet. And all this kind of focus on details and communication and the fundamentals. Look at the first thing, that FAST, right? Acronym for Liam Cohen, fundamentals. And that wasn't the case the other day. So how do they fix them? Can they fix them? What's next for it? We'll see. But I'm not going to go crazy with it, but I do think those are good observations and fair observations. I think Liam Cohen put on a pretty good face the other day, Saturday night.
Okay.
Because even in his postgame where he looked a little not pleased, but also found some positives. And I know with me at halftime, same thing. I think the 70-yard kick in many respects kind of helped that for everybody to feel like, hey, there's something to kind of have fun with here and maybe hide behind a little bit so nobody does panic. But I don't believe he's a very happy camper this weekend. He's got to be pretty pissed off at a lot of the things that he saw in kind of the standard they're trying to get. And I know Campanelli's got to be really pissed. 31 points. They had 4 touchdowns, 29 of 38, 301 and 4 touchdowns. That's in the backups. That's the backups. They shouldn't. That's vanilla stuff. No game planning. You should be able to just go out in the parking lot and not give that up against the Pittsburgh Steelers backups.
Well, and, once again, I just go back to the first quarter when you have the Pittsburgh Steelers backups taking on the Jaguar starters.
Yeah.
Right? And they drove down the field, and, Washington was highlighted there. We talked about him. I'm not sure if you were around when – it might have been Casey, but we kind of highlighted Washington a little bit. Talk about him. Hamby, that's your dude, right? Out of Georgia.
Who?
Washington?
Yeah, tight end.
Darnell, yeah.
Yeah, Darnell Washington. Yeah, that was a great catch and everything. But, yeah, I think if I'm Coach Camp right now, I'm a little ticked off because if you look at what Pittsburgh did in that game, and you saw this from Liam Cohen too, you didn't see a lot of bells and whistles, as you shouldn't. And on defense with Campanelli, you didn't see a lot of blitzing, as you really shouldn't. It's the meat and potatoes. Now, yeah, on that, I think it was the second and 19 or whatever, you did have Josh Hines-Allen drop back into coverage. You brought somebody else, okay. Maybe not the best thing to do, but, hindsight being 2020.
Yeah, people hate that.
Well, and listen,
it happens across the league.
Yeah, teams are going to happens across the league, but also I just hope going forward that you have a better plan in place for how that play looked, right? Because they only rush 3. And usually when you rush 3, you rely on the interior to still create that pressure.
Yeah.
Whether it's Chris Jones, whether it's Aaron Donald of old, whether it's Cam Hayward, like you have to have a 3 technique or a nose that's going to get the push and create the pressure. Well, didn't happen.
Or you're just giving something up underneath for 5 yards.
Or you have something underneath for 5 yards. Yeah,
and you're
for
okay
sure.
with that.
You're okay with that. So, that's got to be better. But I think, going against the 2s and giving up that opening touchdown, that's not a good look.
No, that was bad. 7 for 7 for Mason Rudolph. And he's played a lot of football, but come on.
Yeah. And when you look at what Arthur Smith and those Pittsburgh Steelers did, it was all out of bunch. It was tight bunch formation. I felt like I was watching the, Sean McVay's first or second year in the NFL in terms of that tight bunch. Because all that tight bunch does is that it forces you to play physical. It forces cornerbacks. It forces safeties. Because they're basically saying, hey, we're gonna tighten down the box. Can you stop it? And the Jaguars had some problems stopping it.
Yeah, here's the deal. I think this is a defense, by the way, as we take a look at our opening drive Monday lineup here, what to come on the show. We'll talk about Cam Little a bit. Josh Scobee will join us. We'll have some Trevor Lawrence, Liam Cohen, and others on the podium and in the locker room after the game. And, you guys have to explain this whole Dable thing to me and to not to everybody else, probably just to me. Yeah. And we pay off our bets today on the show. Yeah, Tommy Chokewood, we're paying him off. I hate.
Is he a golfer? That's the golfer.
Yeah, I hate to say that to him. He's really kind of a fun guy to root for, but not yesterday.
Dang.
Get to that here on the show, but I felt like Austen in a way, and you tell me. I felt like this was a defense that played like we want to get our work in, but we don't want to get hurt. Like that's what I didn't feel like. I felt like the offense was different than that. I felt like they were playing and trying to kind of learn some stuff. And I didn't feel like it was a defense that was going 100 miles an hour. And I think that can happen in the preseason where you're kind of like a little bit of business decision. I want to get out here, feel it out, but I also don't want to. And I'm not calling anybody in particular. I just think as a whole, I don't feel like it was we're going to prove a point in on this opening drive. And that's just my takeaway.
Sure.
I have no idea what that even would look like, but you've played before. Would you think – like Tyson Campbell didn't look good.
No,
and he's a guy that's been hurt a lot. And by the way, he missed practice today.
Yeah.
And Anton Harrison is out today too, so there's some news there. They're both out, so there's something up, and injuries aren't going to be reported. We'll get an update today from Liam Cohen, but they're not being reported in the preseason by many teams. Mm-hmm. They don't have to be in these games. Usually that'd be my job on the sideline. There's no updates on that. Then we're not going to get those in these few games. But Tyson Campbell is a guy that's trying to almost like feel like he's preserving himself for the regular season. Get me to the regular season. And he might already have something going on because he's not at practice today.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to sit here and say, like, there was business decisions made or like you didn't see the most aggressiveness, I mean, okay, that could be a fair point. But then I'm going to turn around and say, okay, and the Pittsburgh Steelers with their twos. First play to Dwamie Brown when they try to pick him up and body slam him.
Yeah.
I think they had an attitude.
And
maybe that's the difference then, right? Maybe that's why they're the Pittsburgh Steelers. Maybe that's why we're still trying to figure things out a little bit, is because you saw how they were playing. Now, granted, it was the twos and everything, and everyone's trying to fight for a spot, but I thought they came out right away and kind of, set the tone a little bit.
Obviously, you didn't really see it until Tuten and the offensive line scored that push touchdown. And that was the first one where you're like, okay, there's some physicality.
But see, I think this is where a little my point. I think the second team, even offensive line, when Bigsby got in there, I thought there was more purpose to them. I thought, now defensively, I'm not sure there was purpose all night, but that might have been talent after you get past the first team for the Jags too. I don't know. Like, that's fair enough to be able to argue that. I just thought there was more purpose. And with that, I do think that happens. Like, I'm not telling you it's right, wrong, whatever. I don't even know what it looks like. I just felt like the way that thing got shredded early on from the defensive point of view, it wasn't like, let's go put on a show. And I felt like the offense was a little more like, hey, we've got some urgency to do something good. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm not calling any individual out. I just think that's a little bit the nature of the preseason sometimes, where you're probably not running with your hair on fire if you're trying to make it to the regular season, whereas the twos, to your point, are running with the hair on fire because they're trying to make the team and starting role and those kind of things. I think there's more purpose in their play the rest of the way. I don't know. And maybe I'm hoping that because of the way it looked. That might have been a little bit more like the way, like I didn't even see a crazy pass rush from Josh or Trayvon. It had like 7 opportunities. I think Trayvon drew the holding call.
Yeah, I believe that was him.
Right? Mm-hmm. So, but you know what I mean? Like, you can feel it, see it a little bit sometimes. The other thing I'll say is this. Sometimes you don't get a second chance in these when you're only playing a series, and you know that. Like, in a course of a game, how many times do we see a team go down and score on the opening drive? No, usually it's scripted, right? Mm-hmm. But down the opening drive, and then the defense recovers and you adjust and everything. Like, the one thing about the preseason is you just don't get that.
Yeah.
So I ask you this. How concerned are you? And secondly, would you have felt better if they didn't play the starters now?
No, of course not, because we had to see what we're working with. Now, with that being said, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure how much they're going to be playing in preseason game number 2 or 3. But if I'm being transparent, I'd like to see the offense for another drive. I'd like to see the defense probably for another quarter. Like, I think that would do them some good.
Do you almost have to now, defensively specifically, to try to get some of this out of there?
I would hope so. I mean, if I was a defensive coordinator, I would have to see a little more, I think. Like, I wouldn't feel good going into week 1 against Carolina, who can pound the rock with Chuba Hubbard now. I wouldn't feel the best unless I saw a little more.
Hey, but let's get you in here. What's your take? And we'll get some of the chat as well. Where are you at coming off that one? We've got a little bit, I think I'm sensing a little bit of panic in Jacksonville, frustration in Jacksonville. I'm not there yet as everybody else, but I get it. This is the risk you run on a small sample of the preseason game, and we've had it both ways in the past. Now, we've done this before, and then we've also, the Jags have won 6 straight preseason games coming into Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm definitely not exactly pleased with it. I'm not going to overreact, but I would much rather have not seen him play. I mean,
yeah,
I don't get that. I think save me all the stuff that I've seen in training camp and let me just continue to think that's the case.
You want the good vibe.
But would you rather see that in a preseason game now, Hamby? Would you rather see it against week 1 against Carolina?
Well, of course I'd rather see it now. I will say this. The run defense looked pretty good. I mean, even in the first drive and throughout the game, I think it was like 2.5 per carry the Steelers ran for. I mean, Caleb Johnson, I guess, is technically their second string, but he's going to be their starter real soon.
Antonio Johnson?
No, for the Steelers running back.
Sorry.
So I mean, if you hold a team to 2.5 per carry, and you're doing something right. I thought they had decent push.
Well, it's because they threw it 38 times.
Well, that's true, but that was
I get it.
That was the one thing where it was like, all right, well, this was our biggest struggle last year.
Yeah,
we couldn't stop the run. Well, at least we did that. It wasn't we didn't get gashed on every play, and we didn't get gashed on in the run and the pass. It was just the pass. So
and never adjusted to the seam play. I mean, it was like boom, boom,
they were just
boom.
hitting them over the middle every time.
Yeah.
Hey, Hamby, you got an interview today? Going for a job interview? No hat?
I'll mix it up.
Not
First
really.
day of school, man.
That's right. First day of school. I'm not used to seeing Hamby without a hat.
Yeah, you mentioned. I'm like something seems different about him. That's what it is.
I try to keep it. To be honest, I thought my hat was in my car that I was gonna wear, and I left it in the apartment. And I was like, I'm not going back to get it.
Sure.
So
we got several over here if you ever need it.
No, that's all right.
But you look fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't believe that. I've been here for a long time.
Yes, you have. Today's a long day for Hamby. Brent Martineau, Austen Lane, Jason Hamby. Casey, join us in the noon hour as well. It's a Monday, and preseason game number 1 for the Jags. Didn't really go so well. Do you take anything good other than Cam Little out of this? The way they called some people like the way they called the first drive.
Yeah.
Like they thought there were some noticeable things.
Yep. Screen passes Like those.
Jet sweep on the 4th and 1.
Travis Hunter playing both ways.
Yeah.
It's cool to see. I mean, on defense may have had a little, that missed tackle and everything, but
he smothered the guys on the other reps, too.
He's going to learn, man. Yeah.
If we needed any other evidence that Jags fans are sometimes decidedly and intentionally delusional, you would think that some people's only takeaway is that Travis Hunter missed a tackle.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, did you see him cover every other play? I guess not.
Yeah, the breakdowns on Sunday, like the people that really break down the video, like what's his name, Baldinger. He took like a look at all the plays, and I thought he put it in pretty good context. He's like, yeah, he didn't have the outside leverage. He should have had the outside leverage on that play. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's like, he knows that. And then, but they were like, he was wowed by the way he covered, especially 2 of the routes. The one on the sack by Smoot. Which even Hunter said, I wish he threw it. I would have picked it off.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the other one where he ran a route for whoever it was. Like, he literally ran the route. And to me, guys, that's one of the big questions I don't think people are coming out of this game and talking about because of the sloppy nature of it and everything else. I really think, and going in, I still believe, maybe we did this on Friday, some of the concern is at that cornerback position. Like, who is opposite of Tyson Campbell? I think maybe the better question to start asking is, how soon will we find out that Travis Hunter is your best corner and how much he needs to be out there? This is a question you asked a lot in the offseason, right? Like, It's like, okay, what if you need to put him on that side of the ball? It's a natural position for him, as everybody knows, but we're thinking so much of the impact on offense, and I'm guilty of that, guilty as charged on that. But is he your best corner, what we saw at Tyson Campbell, what we've seen at Tyson Campbell missing practice today? I mean, this is a top 5 draft pick at really the cornerback position too. So do the Jags need him out there more often if he's your best guy?
I mean, yeah, they need him out there everywhere. Like, he's that great of an athlete, but he was brought here to play wide receiver. So, I mean, this is my fear, and I said it when they drafted him. Like, the only way this could backfire and blow up in your face is if you don't have the guys on defense that can fill in that cornerback spot, and then it's going to be halfway through the season we're asking, well, why doesn't Travis Hunter play more? And I'm sure Travis Hunter is going to be wondering, why aren't I playing defense more? And then you can go back and forth with the coordinators. So I guess, like, that's what I was hoping for, Brent, is like, yeah, I was hoping Travis Hunter was going to play both ways and show out like we expected him to. But I was also hoping to say, like, all right, the secondary, they're fine. Like, sprinkle Travis Hunter every once in a while. But now I'm kind of leaving that first game, and it's a small sample once again, but I'm leaving that game thinking, like, we need Travis Hunter to play more now on defense, or what's the plan going to be?
Yeah,
well, a lot of that stems from Buster Brown's injury, and
yeah, but he's better than Buster Brown.
I understand that, but you might not have seen him as much in the last couple of weeks at that corner spot, depending on if Buster Brown is in there, and you're going to need him a lot more if Tyson is out.
Yeah, and again,
and that's just
people
just
jumping
for today.
in. Yeah, he's missed practice.
And Buster Brown is missing all of camp. Like, he's not going to be ready to play snaps, a lot of snaps week 1. So Travis Hunter might be on he might be on Ted McMillan or whoever the Panthers run out there as their primary X receiver.
Yeah, I think here's the deal. It's just a fascinating issue. I don't know if it's an issue. It's just an interesting development to me because I think if you had your plan, you want good play out of the corners, Tyson specifically and Jordan Lewis, who I'm not worried about at this stage. Haven't seen anything to be worried about. But Tyson Campbell, is he going to get to the level you want him to be? You want those guys playing well. And then the question mark was Jarian Jones. And I think it's fair to ask right away, like, is Travis Hunter better than Jarian Jones? And your answer is probably yeah. You got a 3rd-round pick and a top 5 pick, right? So it's probably yeah, but you can do some things there and like, okay, we'll get him on the field. We'll mix and match. We'll put him out there but we can ease into that. If he's your best guy, you can do less of that. Yep. And I already am thinking last week there was a lot of conversation we had. Like, you can tell this thing's ticking up in terms of snap count to begin with for Travis Hunter. Different than the plan that was drafted in April when they did draft him. Like, I don't know how much, but there's certainly, like, he's probably going to play a little bit more than I would have said back in April 27th or whatever that day was.
Yeah.
Now I come out of this game and I'm like, holy cow, he might. I asked him this question earlier this summer. You going to play more snaps in a game on defense and offense? I'm leaning now like maybe that is the case. Like, maybe he will.
So somebody in the chat saying, if Parker Washington just balls out, are
That's
you
a
more
great
comfortable
question.
with Travis Hunter playing more cornerback than wide receiver?
It's not just
And
Parker
then-
Washington. It's De'Ami Brown, too.
Yeah.
You have some
It's-
answers there, right? Like, you maybe have better answers
is
than
that
you
the
do
question?
at the corner.
I mean, yeah. Well, so what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's doable. I think if Parker plays well, you can put him. De'Ami Brown is, if they really see the progress in the play that they have been getting and hope for, I think you have more potential answers at that spot to give him a breath on offense. And keep this in mind. I mean, he's still learning the offense too. Like his versatility on offense right now is not full go because there's a lot to learn, right? So now you could have him obviously packaged on offense for a good amount of plays. But your backups, in my opinion, when he comes out of the game on offense, at least on paper, are more reliable than what you've got on the defensive side at the moment.
So who has the final say in that, do you think? Do you think that's going to be a Liam Cohen decision then?
Yeah, it has to be.
Okay.
I think it has to be.
Because here's, and once again,
organizational too. I mean, you have conversations, but this is a Liam Cohen call.
we have Delphonic saying, was he really brought here to play wide receiver? Liam Cohen even told Gruden that corner is his natural and best position. I think he was brought here to play both. Possibly. But I also think, and call it a hunch, I think Liam Cohen, and it's funny how this has all worked out because James Gladstone has been the one that brought Travis Hunter here, right? Like everyone is celebrating James Gladstone, that it was his move. He came to Tony Baselli. He came to Liam Cohen and said, like, let's try this. This has been well documented in the media.
Yeah.
But I also think that Liam Cohen was a big proponent of bringing Travis Hunter here and was pounding on the table to play wide receiver.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Well, I mean, I don't think you have to wink at that. I think that's absolutely true. He wants a weapon. He wanted either Ashton Genty or Travis Hunter. I mean, he's an offensive guy. There's no secret who the identity of this team is. He definitely wants that. I also think, and I've been saying this for months, that don't sleep on the other part, the intangibly rich, if you will, part of Travis Hunter. He loves the juice in the building. It's one of the things that Liam Cohen noticed right away. Mm-hmm. The interviews with the players, everything else, that this team is like, they need a defibrillator.
Yeah.
Like they gotta get a spark. Mm-hmm. And again, I did the pie chart earlier this summer or whatever. I was like, hey, there's more of that slice of pie in this move than most people would give credit for or think. Like, that is a real deal thing. Now, you hope that pie chart continues to sway toward the playing eventually as they get that in the building, but that's a real deal thing. Like, it was a part of it. And I think he checked so many boxes, all right? Like, you're not going to draft him just for juice if he's not a good player. But I agree with you. I think he wanted a piece on offense, but he could still have a piece on offense and shut people down on defense. I'm not sitting here this morning and saying, okay, I declare he's going to now be the defensive guy and sometimes sprinkle in on offense. I don't think that to be the case because let's also, we said it to Tony Baselli on draft day, and I don't think we were wrong. One of the big holes on this football team was a number 2 wide receiver, right?
Sure.
Or a 1A wide receiver. Guess what else is a big hole on this team? Glaring hole. Other corner.
Well, but here's the thing, too. And, like, listen, I'm not saying, like, I'm not a fan of not, putting Travis Hunter just mainly on offense. Like, if I had it my way right now, it may be more on defense with Parker Washington, honestly. But I'm trying to put the coach's thoughts and, like, Liam Cohen's thoughts into this. And that's why I'm a big proponent of this guy's going to be more on offense. But I think it's harder to find a legit shutdown corner than it is to find a number 2 wide receiver.
That's a good call.
So then if that's the conversation, you have a guy in Parker Washington. Does it make a lot more sense to have Travis Hunter be your starting corner?
Yeah, it might. It might. I think the fascinating part of this to me is when you come off that game Saturday. If you want to overreact a little bit, my overreaction to this is like, they might need him there. They might need him there, and he's really good there. Like, you can tell he's good there. So, but I'll tell you what, he's pretty good when he gets the ball in his hands too, man. He hit 0 to 40 like quick, you could tell, like, it jumps. And I'll tell you the other thing. I'd ask you, what do you like? I'll just go back to a couple quick things that I will say because I'm gonna be the positive guy today on the show. I got a feeling, and that's okay. The third and I thought Liam explained himself pretty well. They were going for it on like 4th and 4. It was 3rd and 12. They were trying to pick up like 8 yards, right? And they were going to go for it on 4th and 4 instead of kick the field goal, keep that drive going, blah, 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 blah. Well, it ends up being, like 4th and 8. They only pick up a few yards. Nice tackle by the defender on that 3rd and 12 play. But if he doesn't slip, we're about to see Travis Hunter in action on that when he spins it. Now, the safety makes a nice play. Safety comes off, actually, BTJ. He's eyeing BTJ over the middle. This is me breaking down plays right here, and I don't do this very often, folks. But he eyes him, and then he comes off and goes and gets Hunter. And he takes away the middle of the field, which would have been about an 8-yard pickup, and then you set up your 4th and 4. So nice play. Well, he sees it, but he slips as he's spinning out of it. What I loved about the design, well, I don't know if it was design or not, but that whole side of the field was open. So if he does make the one guy miss, like if you can't tackle him one-on-one there, he's gone. Like he might be gone. And it's definitely a first down, but it might be a touchdown. Sure. So it was kind of cool. The other thing I thought was the Parker Washington wheel route. Like the 4th and 1 jet sweep. These are plays. Like those are cool design.
I was surprised they pulled that one out.
They didn't reinvent the wheel here, right? They've seen, but I'm just saying those were examples of good play calls that on the jet sweep was executed well. But on the wheel route was just an underthrow. I mean, that's a touchdown to Parker Washington, maybe.
Should be.
Right? Mm-hmm. So just a couple of things in there that I was like, hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, let's take a break so we stay on time somewhat. We got the Cam Little stuff to get into. We have sound that we'll hear in this next segment from these guys. Break some of that down, including Trevor Lawrence. It's amazing.
Real quick, Cohen says Tyson Campbell is day-to-day. Anton Harrison out today for personal reasons, according to Olivia Tasley.
Okay, I didn't see Anton get hurt. I didn't see hurt on Tyson. I just saw him speaking to some medical folks after the game, which kind of put it in my mind, okay, what's going on? But he didn't say specific.
Correct.
At least according to Liv. We'll see if there's anything more coming out of Liam Cohen's news conference. One other thing I do want to at least ask you about, were you surprised that, well, not just one other thing, were you surprised to see Travis Etienne run out there on that whole first series? I'll say this, caught my attention a little bit. Now, does it mean anything? Tell you why it caught my attention versus why maybe it didn't catch Austin's attention. How about you? What do you think? And Tuten with a touchdown as well. So that running back thing is real interesting to me. I'm not predicting the season here. I know you want me to do it. I'm not doing it. A lot of Cam Little too, right? It's okay. We got to talk about it. It was a fun moment.
Oh, yeah.
It was
set a record, man.
Set a record. Doesn't count, but set a record.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. Brent and Austen Show. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network. Hope you had a good weekend, everybody. Welcome inside the Armor Guard Exterior and Gutter Helmet Showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet's truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Year 2 is in the books for the Jacksonville Armada women's under-23 squad, taking another step forward in the Women's Premier Soccer League. Under the guidance of head coach David Goff, the girls in blue went undefeated at home for a second straight season, including a dramatic draw in the opener.
And they've left it to the death. Unbelievable stuff.
And a late winner to end the season at home.
Headed on. Here's a chance. Gianna Ramirez brings it down, still alive, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
After fielding a younger roster in 2025 with talent from all across Northeast Florida, the future is bright for the Armada women's team. We highlight the ladies and all things Jacksonville Armada each week on Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
I'll put one in the back of the net for you.
Join us for player profiles, fun interviews, and the very latest on the fleet and all things footy. That's every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University.
Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oak Leaf High School.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley,
Hilliard High School.
Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Sun's out, suits out. That's right, it's summertime in Florida, which means it's time to say goodbye to bulking season and hello to shredding season. But if you're like me, you're having a hard time sculpting and shaping those final pounds. That is until I came and saw my friends over at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Right now, everyone is hopping on the Evolve X train, and the only destination is finding your perfect summer body. The technology uses electrical muscle stimulation and radio frequency energy to cause your muscles to contract, all while heating up those deep layers of your skin and tissue to produce collagen and reduce fat. It's like doing 1,000 sit-ups in 30 minutes. No pain, no needles, just results, right? That's right. So leave those winter layers back at the station and come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Who knew the second fastest guy at the combine was also kind of a bully?
Yeah.
You like to see that.
That was a good run.
Right? Like here I'm thinking, all right, this guy's shifty, he's agile. What do the scouts say? Fluid hips, all those adjectives. I didn't really see a lot of he's going to lower his shoulder and you play some bully ball, but that's what you saw there from Tuten, and I'll be honest, man, see more of that.
Nice to see. I like seeing that in a running back, especially that angle when you can see, like, he got stood up at the 5 and the legs just started, man, that's the weight room. That's the squats, right? And you could really see the push and the leverage that he's trying to create. And then watch the offensive line. Like, this is a play, actually, that I think, there are some good things in here. I didn't notice the Wyatt Milam one where I guess on a screenplay he ran somebody into he said almost into the front row of the stands is what Cohen said. But this one I think Cohen and the offensive line, everybody else will really be excited about. And I know it's the second team, but it shows physicality. It really shows what they want to be. And you can highlight that and play that and have more of those kind of moments. So Glenn C. brings up Lane had his moments as well, and he's not talking about you, Austin. He's talking about Rayon Lane. And it's actually something I thought of as I just went and got a coffee quick. And you don't come out of this game and you're like, wow, I remember X player, like this guy.
Yep.
You do remember, like Lane was one that actually jumped out. He made a special teams play, made tackle for loss. I think he had another one, but those are the 2 that jumped out. Number 25,
Yeah.
Like even if you had to kind of look him up because you're like, who's that?
No,
right?
for sure.
And it's not Ronald Darby anymore. But that's also not great, right? You kind of liked about 5 or 6 guys other than Cam Little and Austen Lane that are like, oh, that was good to see. I guess Tuten right there was one of those plays.
Yeah, I mean that was a pleasant surprise. That was a great run, and you liked how the offensive line helped get him in. Like that's something that you would see from the Eagles starters.
Absolutely.
Like that's
or Pittsburgh.
That's or Pittsburgh for that instance, right? Like that's their identity. Hard nosed offensive line pushing, even playing to the whistle, and that's what you saw there. Now, was it from the starters? No, but nevertheless, like it's good to see that identity is at least being instilled.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting in his postgame that Cohen said how big Pittsburgh was. I said this last night on TV. I don't think of it in that context, right? You think of the NFL. Like everybody's big. Everybody's the same size. Everybody's 320 pounds and blah, 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 at whatever position. Like there are a lot of guys in the NFL that, I don't know about a lot, but there are people that play Josh Hines Allen position that look like him, right? Like Foye Oluokun look like him. I thought it was an interesting comment. Just he's like, hey, that's a big front. Like the trench is big for Pittsburgh, heavy. And I mean, that is a Pittsburgh thing anyway. So I understand that. Baltimore comes to mind, right? Dallas over the years has come to mind. I just don't think in my mind that very often. I don't know if you go into a game or did that in the past, like, ooh, these guys are bigger than the others. More physical than the others, yes. But, like, they're going to be tougher to move than the others. Just, I don't equate that to the NFL.
No, we don't. I mean, like, when we were getting ready for a game week, like, yeah, you obviously, players around the league that were bigger than others. Like, I remember Donald Penn just, like, weighed a lot.
Yeah.
So, like, don't let him pancake you, obviously. But it wasn't necessarily oh, this guy's like 6'6", this guy's 6'7", this guy's 6'8". Like,
yeah.
Guess what? They're offensive linemen in the NFL. Every guy you go against is big, and then if you go against like maybe a smaller dude who's a little unassuming, well then chances are he's super technical. So like you're gonna get a challenge regardless of who you play against.
Yeah, makes sense. Hey, Liam Cohen, I mentioned his name. Let's get to a little bit of it. I don't know what you have for us, Hamby, but lead us wherever you want to go. And then we'll hit the chat, too. But we'll also hear from Trevor. It takes 35 minutes, 40 minutes to get to Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence is so far under the radar. And the good news is he didn't play bad. Okay,
sure,
so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But here's Liam Cohen after the game.
We wanted to take the ball and get the 1-0. We weren't going to keep them in very long anyway. And we just wanted to get those guys those reps. And I thought it was obviously, well executed in terms of the majority of it, and then the theme of the day showed up for us on that one drive, which was self-inflicted wounds. So you get the first play of the game, you get a false start, go backwards, overcome, move it forward, get a good screen to ETN, makes people miss, and then, we throw the screen to Travis. BT's got a pressed up corner. The guy, the nickel, he blocks him. They call OPI. I didn't see the block in the back on Ezra there. So that puts us in 3rd and 12. And the thought was, hey, let's do a control pass here. Try to maybe get it to, if we could have got it to 3rd and 4, so we probably would have gone for it, or 4th and 4, excuse me. So every one of the skill players got a touch I was pleased with. Wanted to get everybody kind of a touch and involved. Was pleased with the 4th down conversion. For those guys. So that was good. It was some good stuff. But, yeah, we want to finish with a touchdown.
Liam, you kind of hinted at it, but just in terms of the penalties tonight, how do you address that with the team? I know you talked about it beforehand. You wanted to see more discipline. So
yeah.
How do you sort of get to that?
Yeah, I mean, I did just address it. I think that ultimately it's something that takes no talent to do. And, we can't beat anybody. This is something we've been preaching for a long time since we arrived, was we cannot start to beat people until we stop beating ourselves. And that has remained pretty consistent since February or whatever it's been. So, yeah, frustrating for sure.
And then I guess just last from me, Cam Little 70-yard field goal.
Yeah.
What was your immediate reaction? What was the thought process sending him back out there?
Yeah, so it was – I forget what the time was. It was 5 seconds. We tried to run all slants to get a down timeout situation to try to get it past the 50 if you could. They played 3 deep, soft zone. There wasn't an easy completion right now, so we checked it down and just banged it, and just Cam looked at me and was like, "Yeah, I want it," and so gave it a go, and yeah, that was pretty cool to see, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool to see. We're going to get more of Cam Little's, throughout the show. Josh Scobee scheduled to join us at 11 o'clock. And Liam what you didn't hear is I thought the most profound thing maybe Liam said was later on, and I mean, we could have just let the presser go. You saw it if you probably wanted to see it, was at the end talking about the defense. Where, and I think somebody in the chat said this earlier, it's like he kind of holding people accountable already. It's not like protect the coaching staff. Like Doug was really big on protecting the coaching staff. Most coaches are. And I don't think Liam actually sounded like he threw coaches under the bus. I just think he was answering the question like, yeah, I wasn't really happy with that 3rd and 2 when we got guys 8 yards off, just like an easy pass and catch.
Yeah.
And he said, I think he referenced like, so used to playing man and, that was zone. We got to figure that stuff out.
That did catch the ear.
What's that?
That did catch my ear because it was
it was, he answers the question.
Right, straight to the
like,
can.
He breaks it down.
Yeah, he tells you what he's feeling. Like, wow.
Going to break down the defense that they were going against. Like, I'm excited for this, man. We have to come in like Monday after like the regular season games. We don't got to do anything. Just like let Liam Cohen have the press conference, and we'll just sit here, man. Like it was great.
And I know, like you sooner or later, be like, how many times can you say? It's like, well, it is refreshing. Like he actually does answer the question, so that is good. I think we're going to hear that a lot, and that was something from the new news conference when they first got here. I think Cohen said, Gladstone might have said this too, but Cohen definitely said it. We have got to learn how not to lose, and I think it's so easy to realize what he's saying there. I know you know it, and we know it, and it sounds. I just don't think people should let that slide by because to me, this is a guy that grew up in New England, watching the dynasty of the New England Patriots. Like that's what he grew up watching.
Yeah.
And what were the New England Patriots excellent at? That. They weren't sexy all the time. It wasn't the greatest show on turf all the time. When it had to be, when Randy got there and everything else, like they started lighting up the scoreboard. But they were better than everybody else because they usually let everybody else beat themselves. And then when it was time to make a play or two, they made a play. Like that was the formula in New England. And so I think it's interesting to hear him say that. One, because I think he's right. This franchise has beaten themselves a lot. And then two, I think that's where a lot of it comes from. Now, it comes from his whole coaching tree and everything else. But I'm telling you, I mean, he's growing up in 2002 as a junior or senior in high school. That's right at the start of the run. And he's also at UMass and Rhode Island and Brown and all these other places. He is around that dynasty. And if he's interested in coaching, he's obviously watching it pretty closely from a coaching perspective. I just think he knows that that's how we have got to get to that point here in Jacksonville. I think already Tomlin and the Steelers have some of that, right? It doesn't matter if they're playing their 4th string guys.
Yeah.
They play a certain way. And, well, the Jags beat themselves more than the Steelers did the other night.
No, that they did. And, that can't happen, right? Because already I feel like you're behind the 8 ball a little bit because you are a new coaching staff. You're installing a new system. So that could take some time to learn. Like, I wouldn't expect until, like, week 7, week 8, when we're talking about the full capabilities of this Jaguars offense, actually. So if that's the thing, then guess what? You have to go out there and you can't shoot yourselves in the foot. And, the one penalty on Walker, so it was like the double penalties, right?
Yeah,
it was Walker Little, then
kind of weak, wasn't it?
It was a horrible call. But then, was it Brian Thomas Jr. was the other part? And I didn't really see that one, so
he touched the receiver.
I'll give that I know I was blocking the back,
I'm
whatever.
sorry, the corner before the catch.
Yeah.
But the Walker Little one was
no,
terrible.
the Walker Little, I don't even count. But once again, you had Brian Thomas Jr., so I mean, take your pick there, but yeah, those things can't happen. We've echoed it last year. Now it's kind of obviously bled into this year, at least for the first preseason game. Hopefully those things get cleaned up.
What do you think about Travis Etienne running out with the first unit and no mix of Tank Bigsby? He didn't go out there until the second teamers.
Yeah.
And there was 11 plays on that drive.
Yep. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I was expecting. Just because I've been adamant saying I think Travis Etienne, unless he loses the job, is going to be your starter because he's a little more versatile. And I think if you look at backs, and once again compare it to Tampa, but I think the more versatility you bring to the table, the better chance you have of getting a lot more reps.
Hamby, any thoughts on this? Because I'm just I don't know. Okay, I don't know. the running back stuff fascinates me, and it might not matter. I'm not even trying to make it this like over dramatic story. I just think it's pretty wild that we're sitting here after our first preseason game and I don't know. And I do a show last night on TV with Hick, and Hick's like, "Oh yeah, Tank Bigsby's still going to be the number one guy." And I ask you, and you're like, Travis Etienne's going to be the number one guy, and I respect that's fine. We don't know. I got other people, and I know there's going to be people in the chat that will say, "Oh yeah, well they're trying to showcase him and trade him." Like, well, okay, well it's hard to showcase somebody in 10 plays,
right?
So you're not showcasing somebody on one drive to try to trade him with 2 touches, okay? So if you are like, that's not what the preseason. That's not what you're doing. If you wanted to get a second back or a Bigsby and play him in the second and third quarter, let's say, and try to showcase him that way, you can do that. But you're not doing that in the first. So I don't buy that. So I kind of tend to agree with what Austen said. Like he's going to be the number one guy out there, and be the heavy guy, at least to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you could watch Etienne play every snap of the first drive and necessarily say with certainty that Tank is there as the number one running back. I think Tank ran better, and that's been consistent even last season, of course, and he ran harder. But then you see the pass attempts, and that's also more of what we saw last year. And for a ball to go right through his hands, am I going to go crazy over one pass? No, but again, we've seen it multiple times. The Liam Cohen offense requires a back that can do everything. He wants versatility out of the backfield. So I think if Tank Bigsby can't be reliable to catch the football when it's not just a screen pass, then he's going to have an issue at times being a primary back. I don't see how he could be the primary back if he can't be reliable to catch the football.
And the answer here might be there is no primary back. It's still committee, and Tuten will grow into that and get more reps and figure in as well if these guys don't hold him off. I mean, I think there's a lot of pressure on the top 2 guys to hold him off because they're invested, obviously, in Tuten, and he's their guy, So anyway, I just think it's fascinating when I can ask that question and you get a couple of different views.
Yeah.
And I think there are actually 3 views on it from Saturday night as we try to piece this thing together. The running back room, to me, continues to be a fascinating watch and how they end up doing it because I think it's a tricky thing. I said it all the way from the start of last year. I think it's a tricky thing. And it was a tricky thing for that coaching staff and for those players. How will this staff, this regime, the players this year handle it, whatever it looks like? Trevor Lawrence, kind of ho-hum, right?
Thought he was fun. I mean, I didn't really see a lot to dislike. No, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a continuation where I would say looked pretty comfortable, like he's been looking on the practice field as, I've been throwing out the words quiet and calm, and it seems like things aren't too fast, and he looks pretty settled in. I thought it was pretty similar that on Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a lot to really pick apart in things that he did wrong, right? I mean, when the pocket broke down and he took off, thought that was the right decision.
Oh, man, I cringed.
You cringed? Oh, you thought he was going to get hit or something?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously you're holding your breath. But, I mean, I guess I like the decisiveness.
Yeah.
Maybe before. And could he have hung on a little longer, maybe got something open? Maybe. But why take the risk?
Yeah.
Why take the risk of getting the ball knocked loose? Why take the risk of maybe getting a hard hit from your blind side? He takes off, gets a couple yards. I'm not mad about it. So, overall, I thought it was a fine showing.
You got Hamby. Anything Brent and Strange throw people like because it was a second progression kind of throw, so that's what they want to see a little bit more of.
Yeah, it looked like he had to scan the whole field, but he had to come back and put it right on Strange. This is my unofficial count from the couch. I think, was it a 12-play drive, the first one?
11, I think it was.
Well,
or maybe 12 with the kick.
My unofficial count was 8 plays with motion pre-snap, and I'm sure I could go and find that. I just haven't. But I believe I counted. That was the one thing I wanted to look for on the first drive. How many of these plays have motion pre-snap? And it was either 7 or 8 of them, which is a jump from last year. It's not a huge jump, but it is exactly what Liam Cohen said it was going to be. So I'm sure obviously he didn't pull out the whole playbook, but if he's not pulling out the whole playbook and there's still that much motion from play to play, I think that's pretty telling of when he says this offense is going to have a lot of motion. it's going to have a lot of motion.
310 Fire 11 says no long balls from Trevor, but this may be the new offense. No, I don't believe that. I think you will see some long passes. I don't think we did, and I know some people would like to see it pushed down the field at times. I think this was about getting guys touches, getting your work in, getting everything else protected well. I think overall pretty good. Let's before we hit a break, can we hear from Trevor? How long? It's not super long. Okay, 2 minutes worth of Trevor. Let's get to it right now.
Just to be live game setting, felt good. Felt good to be back out there. Some stuff to clean up, operationally, a couple penalties, especially our drive to start the game, got behind the sticks early, first play, obviously penalty, and then got in first or second and long with the later penalty in the drive. So some of that stuff to clean up, just setting us back a little bit, having to try to get back on track. But I thought there was some good stuff out there. Like always, like I said, there'll be a lot of stuff to learn from the tape, and we'll learn from it.
Was that first drive enough to kind of get your feet wet and back in the flow of things?
Yeah, I mean, it's like these games, when you're not going to play much, it's kind of like you get in a rhythm, or you want to get in a rhythm, but then it's just so short. Sometimes it's hard to get in the flow. So it'd have been nice to, obviously, once you get out there, get playing, you want to keep going. But I think we're doing the right thing, being smart, keeping guys healthy, and but it was good. I think just to see the offense go in a real game setting, live, protection, run game, finishing, and then obviously all the procedures and penalties. When you get out there, all that stuff is magnified, all the little mistakes that sometimes aren't always caught in practice because you don't always have, the full official deal. So I think that was a good thing for us to see is like, hey, this stuff is, critical, and it can set a drive back if you have a big penalty and playing behind the chains.
How much of a comfort level is it to have Cam knowing that he's got unlimited range? I mean, does that help you play calling wise? Does it help situationally to know that you've got 3 points in your pocket now?
Yeah, it's unbelievable, especially with the new kickoff deal. More returns, equates to typically better field position, and then if it goes in the end zone, you get at the 35. I mean, with him, you're what is that? 10 yards away from a field goal. I mean, I don't think we're going to be necessarily kicking 70-yarders in the first quarter or anything like that. So we'd like to get him a little closer, but unbelievable to see him make that. I mean, he's awesome guy, awesome player, obviously. But yeah, that's huge, especially those 2-minute drills. When you feel like if you can get it near the 50, you got a really good shot.
So that's Trevor Lawrence coming off a 6 for 7, 43 yards. Someone would love for it to be 75 yards with a nice big play. Didn't get the big play chunk. But I thought it was pretty businesslike. I will say this down the sideline, he was kind of pissed when he came out. Like they were. I thought it was interesting to read the body language of the first team. They didn't come off like, "Hey, that was great" or anything like that. They were almost disappointed. Like I could tell they were disappointed after the first drive. Like that wasn't good enough.
Yeah,
maybe tells you a little bit about the standard. It was a little more than just getting your work in. Like we wanted to finish that thing, and I don't mind that. Like a little taste in their mouth. And then like Trevor, I think I saw him say like. Because we're kind of wondering, usually you'll see Nick Mullins start warming up, and he didn't right away. So somewhere while the defense was on the field in that long drive, they were like, okay, you're done. And so he asked, I think, Udinski or something. I was like, am I going back out there? And he's like, no. I was like, kind of like to roll the eyes, wants to play more.
Yeah.
And I get that as a player. You must have found that too in the preseason. It's like, hey, man, it just got into it. Like,
well,
I want to get in the flow of a game.
And you feel like when you're going against the twos, right, that you're far superior. So you kind of want to, puts 7 on the board. Like if you watch like the Bengals take on the Eagles when they had Joe Burrow in, like it just seemed effortless. Like it just
that's what you'd like.
And Burrow, I think it was Hudson. He had the touchdown. Like it was just, it looked like he was just a leisurely stroll on a Sunday, right? Like that's what you want it to look like. And now it takes some time because new offense and everything here in Jacksonville, but. That's, I think, what this offense was expecting, right? Yeah. You're playing against the backups and everything. You want to make it look easy. You want to put the ball in the end zone.
I would say this. I know it didn't end up the way they wanted to. I also didn't really think it looked that hard to them. Like, it didn't look easy like Joe Burrow and Cincy did. Also didn't look very stressful and hard.
Especially if you account for the penalties. If you take away the penalties, they're in the red area in 6-7 plays probably.
Yeah, they overcame the first one. Again, that's something I continue to say. You could go back in my first 12 years, 13 years here in Jacksonville. Jags could never, if they're first and 15 or second and 15, they could never overcome. Mm-hmm. With Trevor, they do. With Doug, they did that. It was weird. They couldn't get 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, but I guarantee you if we have Daniel Griffiths looks up how many times they overcame 2nd and 15 or 1st and 20, it would probably outweigh the percentage. Not the percentage, because I doubt the percentage, but how many times they got like 4th and 1.
Sure.
It's a weird deal, but I think that's Trevor. I think that's your quarterback who can get it downfield and push it down the field and make the throws. My first 13 years, but we didn't have that guy that could do that maybe for you and rip it in there on a 3rd and 8 or whatever it might be. So, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. You just don't want to be in 2nd and 15 or 1st and 20. Hey, let's take a break. Stay on time. When we come back, Josh Scobee scheduled to join us, and we'll talk about the kick from Cam Little. That was a lot of fun Saturday night, that part of it in a preseason game. Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. Travis Hunter's debut in the books. Now we'll find out or see if the Jags will play against the New Orleans Saints. The starters, no word on that yet. That will come later in the week, and probably an interesting decision. Are they done until the regular season, or do they go back out there one more time against New Orleans?
The moment you bite into a Mason's Famous Lobster roll, nothing is the same. Suddenly, it's 5 a.m., and you're boarding a lobster boat in Maine, heading out to check your traps, keeping only the best, just like it's been done for nearly a century. Because you can't taste lobster this good without it changing you for good. Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls, from the waters of Maine.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway, or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
Putting your needs first. It's the backbone of how First Florida Credit Union does business. In all honesty, you might as well be speaking another language when it comes to finances. Sure, I'm good with my money, but what am I missing in the fine print? That's what led me to First Florida Credit Union. They're the perfect choice for anyone starting their financial journey because they keep finances easy. Plus, they offer financial education and resources I can trust. So I'm always growing more confident. And as a young adult, I am constantly adding more responsibilities to my plate. From a car payment to a mortgage, it all adds up. Luckily, First Florida Credit Union makes sure it adds up in all the right places and not the wrong ones by offering better rates and lower fees than traditional banks, even if you're still trying to grow your credit. Because as a member-owned institution, First Florida genuinely puts people's needs first rather than focusing on profit. So I know as my needs change, they'll be right there to help me reach my goals. Check out firstflorida.org to learn how you can benefit too.
I've been telling you about CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing for a long time now. Their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants. We've had a Connecticut water softener and drinking water system in our home for more than 7 years. You can see the difference whether you're washing clothes, the dishes, or what I like to do most, fill this up for some coffee every morning and mostly all day. Remember, if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter. Right now, you can get a free Connecticut reverse osmosis system with a purchase of a Connecticut Premier Softener. The experts at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing will test your water for free and determine your water score. Don't know your water score? CGC will find out and recommend the appropriate Connecticut water treatment solutions so you can improve it. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Ask about our 90-day love it or leave it guarantee. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Choose your own adventure. It's not just a saying, but a way of life here at Cycles of Jacksonville. And whether it's 2 wheels or 4 wheels, at Cycles of Jacksonville, a great adventure awaits. With brands like Honda, Vespa, Segway, and Triumph, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with their inventory featuring a 60,000 square foot building. If 4 wheels is more your thing, check out the largest selection of Honda Talons in the entire county. No matter what you're looking for, Cycles of Jacksonville is going to have the selection you need, all with great financing and rebates. Plus, if you're active duty military, Cycles of Jacksonville will offer you 0% financing along with great discounts for military and first responders. And when you want to get off the road and set sail, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with everything you need to get on the water. So if you're ready for a great adventure, let Cycles of Jacksonville be your guide. Located off Atlantic Boulevard, or check out their website at cyclesofjacksonville.com.
How do we make Mason's famous lobster rolls? It's simple. We get up before dawn, head into the open waters of Maine, haul in our traps by hand, and send only the best straight to our restaurants, where we add warm butter or chilled mayo with a squeeze of lemon and pile it on a toasted split-top roll, just like it's been done for nearly a century. That's the recipe for Mason's famous lobster rolls.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
I congratulated him. He was so pumped, so pumped. So that's going to be something he'll always remember. I hope he breaks all of my records.
Yeah, well, he might. That is Cam Little from 70 yards, and that is Josh Scobee at the game on Saturday night. And now probably getting ready to tee it up. Well, I don't know. That'll look like you're playing golf today. What do you think? You already get 9 in? What's the deal?
It's Monday. The courses are closed.
Oh, yeah. Well, the courses you play are closed.
Yeah. I'm currently in a parking lot at Publix.
All right,
there we go.
Pub sub, here we come. Did you get the kids off to school today?
No, they don't start till Wednesday.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, dang, just easing back into it. Yeah. My son got thrown right in the mix on a Monday. You hate to see it.
That's awful. Yeah,
you love the dad life. You've gone kind of a little quiet. Like you settled into this dad life, haven't you?
Well, you have to whenever you have 2 kids that play multiple sports and they're travel. So, that's what we do now. That's my job.
Yeah, well, it's good. It's a good gig. Your job's also to root for Cam Little. What'd you make of it?
I was there for the game. We had field level seats on the east side with some friends, and I had to go use the bathroom right before halftime. So I heard these big cheers and roars, and I'm like, oh crap, I guess pick 6 or something. And I walk out of the bathroom, and this guy recognizes me, and he's like, he just hit a 70-yarder. And I'm like, what? I'm like, how did I missed it? So I was so mad that I missed it, but so pumped for him. So when they went back out for the second half, he was warming up, and I saw one of the guys that works on the field. His name's Nick, and I'm like, Nick, do me a favor, run over to Cam right now, go get him and tell him I want to congratulate him. So he got to him, and he was warming up. And he turned around and saw me, and I just raised my arms up and said, come over. And he ran over to me. We, had a big hug, and I congratulated him because that's something that might not ever happen again. So it was a really cool moment.
Nice. Josh, obviously, every kicker, they kind of have their limit. I'm sure this happens before the game. They talk to the coaches and say, hey, I want to kick from here. I want to kick from here. How does that actually work? When you played, did the coaches come up to you before every single game and say, how you feeling today? Does it depend on the wind?
Yeah.
Is it just, how is the leg feeling? What are those conversations like?
Well, you have it right. The special teams coach will come up to you pregame, talk about each direction. How are you feeling? Depending on the wind. Obviously, if you're indoors, it's different. It's the same both directions. But it seems like it's changing now with these kickers. They're getting so good, so strong, so accurate that the number is going way up. Because I would typically tell, in a normal situation, I would tell either the special teams coach or the head coach, 55 yards is the range. So if you get to the 37, then we can kick a field goal. I didn't ever think there was going to be a day when you just get to the 50 and we can kick a field goal. But that's where we're at, and it's very impressive to watch these guys.
Josh, we've talked a lot about this in the past, and Cam has talked about this last year, and I think it's important to know. We'll put a graphic up a little bit later on the show about kicking and how it's changed even in the last 20 years and how many 50-plus yarders are going on. But remember this from last year. We were raving about the kickers, like, hey, they're making 50-yarders like it's an extra point. But then by the end of the season, it was a little bit different. Like, there were guys missing now all of a sudden. But my thought with you is you always had said this about, like, I know you were always impressed about Adam Vinatieri. As he got older, he still had the strength in his leg to make the big kicks. You look at Justin Tucker, who's one of the greatest ever. He kicked a 66-yarder, and it wasn't like it was 15 years ago. It was. It makes me think about baseball, where, like, are the baseballs juice? Are the footballs juice for the NFL kicker? And the answer is no, I think I've gathered. But the technique is just so much better. Is it the weight room? Like, if you had kept kicking, if you were still kicking today or 3 years ago, do you think you would have gained more yardage based on technique, teaching, weight room? I don't know. Like, would you have?
Oh, for sure. And I mean, there's many reasons why these kickers have gotten so much more accurate and making these long kicks. They've figured out that lifting weights actually helps. So it's breaking in of the ball. And now I'm sure you know about this, but the K ball is different this year. So it's going to fly farther. They're able to break it in a whole lot better. Because, I mean, the quarterbacks get to break in the ball all week long and then choose the balls that they want for the game. But we weren't able to do that. The balls would get broken in the morning of the game by an equipment manager. So now they can break in these footballs, and it's very similar to like a baseball glove. If you buy it off the rack and it's hard as a rock, but you have to break it in. It's the same thing with an NFL football. So the more you kick it, the more it breaks in. And these guys have figured out a way to break them in to make the ball fly far and straight.
I've seen that, by the way, in action. I've seen the equipment guys do it, and it's a lot. I mean, they get after that thing on a Sunday morning. Yeah. And so what you're saying is that will be different. I probably won't see that. Now they'll have the kicking ball or obviously the quarterback ball. How amazed are you of Cam? Because you look at him like he's 130 pounds, man. Like it's all technique. It isn't really weight room with him.
No, he's very impressive. I mean, he's like a rubber band. I mean, it's just like long power, like stretchy power. But I mean, he's not short. He's 6'2", but probably weighs 160 pounds. But I was looking at a picture of that kick from the other night, and you can see how much extension he had in his right leg. And that's kind of what ended my career when I couldn't do that anymore. But his heel's almost kicking his butt. It's nuts. So that's where he generates that power. And it's not coming from, how much he weighs. It's coming from how much width he can get between his legs.
So this is almost like being like an MLB pitcher, right? Like, I mean, there's some guys that are like really big and there's some guys that are smaller, but they have that good whip. I mean, so then Josh, I guess the question is, like, where do you find that balance? Because you mentioned it, like strength training, right? Like strength training can be super beneficial, but then also it can kind of take some, I guess like your hip mobility away. Like, do you have to find that balance? Do you just want to get in the weight room and squat 500 pounds? Like,
go Pilates.
Yeah. What do you think about? Like, what's like the right, I guess combination?
Yeah, that's a good question because, I mean, you don't want to get crazy bulky. It's okay to get bulky, to look good, but you need mobility. You need to be flexible. And that's what most kickers work on. Like Brent said, like Pilates, yoga, stretching, that's what most kickers do. And we lift weights to look good.
It's beach season, man. You got to. Josh, obviously when it comes, hitting a 70-yard field goal is amazing. They don't seem to be doing kickers any favors, though, on the kickoff rules now, where if you kick in the end zone and they take the knee, it's out to the 35. Number one, how do you feel about it? I already had that feeling. I know how you feel about it. But how hard is it to really, try to pinpoint it where you don't want to kick it in the end zone? You want to kick it to, like, the 2 or 3 yard line, let them bring it out. Like, how hard is that to do as a kicker?
It's actually pretty easy for kickers to do that. I mean, it depends on the weather too. If it's cold, it's windy, it's gonna be hard to control it. But if you give an NFL kicker a ball and say, "Hey, kick this 63 yards in the air," and have the returner catch it, just about every kicker can do that. So it's boring to watch. But I mean, I guarantee the average start line now for offenses has to be 35 yard line, which, that's what the NFL wants. They want more scoring and more offensive stuff going on. So I don't like it. Kickers don't like it, but whatever.
Hey, have you ever seen, because I keep going back to this, the electricity of a preseason game like that? I mean, it was a game that didn't count on the Cam stuff, but it was like, it felt like, I mean, honestly, it felt a little bit like your 59-yarder.
Yeah, I know. It was nuts. I mean, I probably talked to 200 or 300 people after, like when we were leaving the game, people that recognized me and just wanted to talk about that kick. And the last couple days, I mean, I can't stop people from talking to me about it. And it was awesome. It was so freaking cool. I mean, I called Logan Cook and Ross Matichik like at 11 p.m. I just wanted to get their perspective on it, and it was cool to hear like what they thought about it. And Ross said he thought he was going out there for a punt, and he looked back and Logan was on his knee, and he's like, "What? What are we doing? We're kicking a field goal." So it was amazing, and that kid Cam he's a kid. He's half my age, and I mean, he's got so much confidence, so much ability, and I'm just hoping he's around here for a long time.
Yeah, this is what I really like about you, Josh, is that you've stayed so connected with the team and you root for it. I do think some people in your position are like, "Hey, don't break my record," right? Yeah. Like those. And I think you've always been like really cool, and you've had great relationships with these guys, Logan and Ross, and others that have come after you. But you said it. There's something cool about this kid, and he really is a kid. He turns 22 next week. Yeah. But there's an energy about him. There's like a joy about him. He's so chill.
Yeah.
Even after, like, he's like just talk. I mean, why would you talk to me? But he's like coming out. He's coming out of the locker room, and he's just like, "I can't believe it doesn't count. Like, he can't believe it doesn't count." He's still so jacked up. But there is like that personality. I know he's a kicker, but the personality of him, I think, can really infuse the locker room a little bit, right? You could tell those guys really have an affinity for him.
Oh yeah, that's what Logan was telling me. He said when they got into the locker room at halftime, that everyone's just in shock and just like so enthusiastic, so pumped for him. And I mean, that's his energy. He brings that to the locker room, and not too many kickers do.
All right, man.
I got one more question. Josh, Josh, I want to put you in the agent role real quick. Now, granted that Cam Little still has 3 more years left on his contract, but if you're going to like work a new deal down the line, like, do you go back to that kick? Even though it was the preseason, even though it doesn't count, but do you bring it to the attention, like, hey, and by the way, I have a 70-yard field goal in a preseason game?
Oh, absolutely. If I'm the agent, I'm working every angle possible. Like, do you also realize he hit a 40, a 41, and a 52-yard field goal in that same game? And the 70-yarder makes those look like nothing.
Yeah.
So, yes, I'm bringing that up.
All right.
For sure.
Golf game good?
I'd say no right now, but I'm working on it. I got a tournament here in a couple weeks that's going to be a whole lot of fun with some fancy athletes. So I got to be ready.
All right. Good luck. And are you actually shopping at Publix? And what are you going to get? Or are you just sitting in the parking lot?
No, I just hang out in the parking lot. Yeah,
Brent. He's shopping at Publix.
Over when he was driving, and that's where he went. Like,
I mean, with the shades and everything, you're trying to put him on blast.
Go and get some fruit.
All right. See you, man. Thanks for joining us.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Good to see you, Josh.
I love him. Josh Scobee.
So you just show him random parking lots on a Monday? Josh, what are you doing? Of course, man.
You never know.
He's got things to do.
Josh might DoorDash that stuff,
Yeah, true.
Hey,
that is a flex.
Do you have that wall, Hamby? You don't have it? Okay, maybe we'll get
Back
it.
to school was a crazy morning.
We'll get maybe by the end of the show or tomorrow, whatever, we'll get it on. But we did it last night on Action Sports Jax Primetime. The faces that you see on the kick are awesome.
Yeah.
Like from Cohen to I got Daniel Thomas walking in front, and he's like his eyes are open. The Pittsburgh sideline's the best.
Yeah.
It's like a guy on the Pittsburgh sideline. His eyes are like, and I heard this from one of the ball guys down there, and he was on the Pittsburgh sideline, and he came up to me, and he was like, "You should have heard Jalen Ramsey." Ramsey's like yelling at Tomlin, like, "Hey, put someone back there. He can't make this kick. Put someone back there to get it," because they didn't put anybody back deep.
Yep.
And so he was like, they didn't think he could make that, obviously. And well, there we go. He did. So what a moment for Cam Little. A lot of fun there. And I think we'll hold on to that one for a while, even though it's a preseason game. I said this, Travis Hunter makes his debut, both sides of the ball. And really the headline coming out of the game for maybe the first time in NFL history was a guy who kicked a field goal.
It's crazy.
Like, think about that in the context of it. And I know what you're saying. Oh, that's because it's a Jags stunk. That's their best player. I know everybody's like onto that. But I'm saying, like, even ESPN and everybody else was talking about this 70-yard kick.
Well, it's a record, man. Like, I mean, I get it's not a record because it doesn't count, but it's something we had never seen before.
Yeah.
Right? So anytime you have that, that's going to lead the news cycle.
I think, by the way, I do think it was sneaky good that Liam Cohen got to practice some of those situations. The time actually ran out. The refs put a second back on the clock to allow for that to happen. And then also, like, 2-minute warning late in the game. Like, he got to do that situation. So I think all of that was good for Cohen in the game mechanics. And I thought he looked fine doing what he was doing. I don't know what the TV copy said in terms of the tight shots on Cohen, but I thought he looked pretty comfortable in his first game as a head coach ever. So that's a good sign. Didn't look too big for him. Now he just wants his football team to play a little bit better. Let's take a break, come back, and talk a little bit more Jags and some other things going around the sports world this weekend as well. We'll recycle the top headlines, including an injury update coming up at the top of the hour at noon. Take it until 1 o'clock on the Brent and Austen Show. If you had some fun this week on the Jacksonville Jaguars game, if you're able to get down there or watch it on Fox 30, hopefully we'll do it again this weekend. 1 o'clock game on Sunday against the New Orleans Saints. So we talked about the kick, had Scobee live, and still go around the NFL coming up next, and some of those bets, including ping pong, table tennis for Hamby. Degenerate in action. We'll pay it off at noon. Well, speaking of laying a little bit of wager, you can do that anytime. BestBetJax.com. Orange Park, St. Augustine, Monument Road. Visit bestbetjax.com. Play some poker with Hamby. Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
For the game day hustle and every day in between. Juggling my show, Jag Social, to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet's truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
He's only got a broken collarbone, so he's okay.
Oh, dude. Just amazing. I watched another angle of this, and they didn't know what to do. Like, people were just, like, standing.
What? Yeah.
They were just stunned. They're like, is this a trick, or is this, you know?
So I've watched this probably 50 times. Hamby, go back real quick. Yep. Perfect, man. Now, listen, keep pause for a second.
Oh, you already
if
slipped.
you can. Okay.
You want it in slow-mo, I'll give it to you in slow-mo.
I mean, let me set this up quick. So I've watched this 50 times. Like, I've become obsessed with this video. Seriously. And I've passed this on to my friends. I've listened to their commentary, passed it on to loved ones. I wanted to see their commentary.
Loved ones.
I've seen this so many times. And then I'm starting to wonder, like, why the hell am I watching this so much? And granted, like, obviously, in retrospect, it's okay now because he broke his collarbone, but all things considered, could have been a lot worse. Right? Could have been a lot worse because it looked like he landed on the back of his head. And, man, I mean, Brent, you messaged us over the weekend. There's a couple boxers that died just from taking some, vicious shots.
Same card in
Same
Japan.
card, which
I've
is
never hurt. That's
I don't know, but yeah, and there might be more to that, honestly.
Feels
but,
like it, right?
Yeah, but anyway, so I'm sitting here wondering, like, why am I so obsessed with this video? And I pondered on it, and I thought about it, and then it finally dawned on me. This is the perfect representation of what life is. Okay? Think about this. You have a 19-year-old dude.
Oh, he's 19.
Yeah. He's a star in the making in the sport.
You got a 19-year-old dude, just won the race, feeling all the emotions, all the jubilation, getting ready to climb on top of his car. Everything's going right now. Go back to the video real quick, because I'm going to show you something here. So they set up on top of his car. There's bags there. They shouldn't have done that. So somebody already messed up his job because there's nowhere for him to step.
Got to get the sponsor in.
There's nowhere for him to step, and then he falls, and it all comes crashing down in a second.
I don't know how you watch that 50 times. I can hardly watch it once.
And if that isn't life, I don't know what is. Right? You're doing your thing. You're on top of the world. Someone doesn't do their job correctly, puts a box a little bit too much where you can't step on it. You say, you know what? I'll counter it. I'll just go with the flow. I got it. And then you fall on your face, and you probably wake up in the hospital. That's life, man. This is what life is right here, ladies and gentlemen. Just when you think you're on top and everything's going your way, in a second, we'll see you.
Gosh, I don't think you could do that in a movie and pull it off.
Now, once again, don't feel as bad because you just broke his collarbone, right? Now, if it was a broken neck, we wouldn't be playing this video 100 times.
Yeah, I wonder what people thought initially, because again, I wasn't watching this for a Saturday night, but
obviously I wasn't either, Brent. But here's the
one slip like I was.
Brent, I thought this was AI
right here.
When I first saw,
you thought it was AI.
I thought this is honestly AI. They're like, this isn't real. Wow, that's life, man.
I would. Yeah,
sometimes you're winning and someone puts the bag right on top of your car and you don't.
I don't think he's talked yet, but I wonder.
Well, he tweeted.
Oh, he tweeted.
Yeah.
Did you see his dad's tweet?
Yeah.
The dad tweet was funny.
Yeah.
About pooping his pants.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said something like, I guess this won't be the most embarrassing. That won't be the most embarrassing moment anymore.
Yeah.
And we don't know if that was like something that happened a couple of years ago, if he's talking about just joking around about being a kid.
Yeah. So he reached out and said, thank you, everybody, for reaching out. I'm out of the hospital. I'm getting better already. Thankfully, CT scans for my head are clear. I just have a broken collarbone. Thankful for all the medics with quick attention and grateful it wasn't any worse. Aren't we all?
Yeah, aren't we all? But my curiosity is that fall, which took about a second to happen, probably felt like a lifetime for that guy.
Oh,
when you're going down, it's like the slow motion of, I can't do anything about this. This is embarrassing. This is going to be everywhere. Like, that's what you think about, I'm sure.
Yeah, man.
All in that small moment.
So scary.
That is crazy. That was pretty wild.
We had
the perfect illustration of life. I like it.
That's life, man. Sometimes you're on top, you're celebrating, you think everything's gravy.
Gus Bradley taught us one thing.
And then
don't say
sudden,
I got it.
Yeah, you never got it, man. Dang.
Two other tweets that were semi-viral over the weekend. DJU played a little bit more in the Chargers' second preseason game. Played pretty well. And an FSU fan, or not an FSU fan, excuse me, an FSU hater tweeted, everybody, all FSU fans, y'all all owe DJU apology. Mike can't coach Norvell. Screwed him in his whole career. He's about to show y'all. And then DJU's dad retweets it.
Oh, there we go.
So we always get that
good.
one. Yep.
Good.
Yep. Real good.
Let's keep the parents involved,
Yeah, I mean, great accountability.
Yeah. And then DJU's dad was involved in tweeting he's always been that guy.
Has he? He has been.
He's one of those.
I mean, come on.
I want to say.
Like, listen, maybe Norvell didn't coach well, but he didn't play well last year, okay? Like,
parents.
It ain't all on the coach.
Parents just hush it, but go ahead.
And then only coach Jordan Travis well.
Yeah.
I'll throw this one out there on a serious note. Definitely a serious note, but this was the Lions defensive back who was pretty much got a stunner to the neck, and he's all good since. Not all good, concussion, but has full control of his extremities. But his tweet obviously went crazy when people first heard from him. He was quick to tweet about 24 hours after that injury, and obviously the Lions and the Falcons pretty much just quit the game, as we've seen a number of times now whenever there's a serious injury.
In a preseason game,
Yep.
yeah, we've seen that now multiple
So
times.
that was the other big tweet of the weekend.
And I thought it was a great gesture, too, by the Falcons, because if you watched the game or saw the highlights, they were going to keep on playing, and then the Falcons chose to take a knee, and then they were talking to the Lions people and being like, hey, we don't want to play anymore. And the Lions were like, we don't want to play either. So then they got in a giant circle on the field and had like a little prayer group, which I thought was a very classy gesture.
Well done.
And I thought, in the Dan Campbell interview after the game, I mean, he said it perfectly. Like, that moment right there, some things are just more important than football. And we were comfortable, calling the game early, as they probably should have.
Yeah, and to that point is like, would they in a regular season game or not? I mean, that's debatable.
Yeah,
but you do have that in the preseason. Actually, I've seen already a couple of games go to tied.
Yeah.
I used to try to avoid that they ended that overtime session a couple of years back in the preseason. So now tie's okay as well, which it should be.
I'll put out one other counter kind of to that is there's got to be at least one player on one of those teams, either the Lions or the Falcons, who is fighting for every preseason snap.
Oh yeah,
possible,
no doubt. More.
So it's like that's the humanity and the life in that one too. Is this is for somebody this is my only shot. This last 8 minutes of this football game is my only shot to put a play on tape, try to even make the practice squad of this team or make the or whatever, whether it's special team, whatever. And this is I had just gotten in maybe, and this happens, and that's like.
Well, keep in mind, the Lions had an extra preseason game, too, though.
That's a good point, Drew.
No,
that's a good point. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Hey, Delphonic wants everybody to know that he went viral, too.
He did.
120,000 views on the Cam Little to Celine Dion music video.
Oh, like the My Heart Will Go On thing?
Yeah.
Nice. There you go. Yeah. That'll do it.
What originated that? Delphonic will know or so. Do you know what originated the whole Celine Dion every time there's a big moment play?
It's a great call.
Because I don't. I mean,
it's been so many of them now. I don't know if it was like a game-winning NBA shot or if it was like a game-winning touchdown pass or field goal. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I wonder if somebody does. I wouldn't remember. I could easily look it up. Just kind of came to mind. Let's see what else we got in the chat. Let me go back to the beginning. It's easier to do this. Michael, when you kick a 70-yard field goal, to take a Hail Mary to take the focus off that. I don't like how they picked up De'Ami Brown and we didn't act a fool. I don't know what he's talking about there.
Talking about when they tried to body slam him.
Oh, yeah. It's football, man.
Yeah.
Were you?
Oh no,
it doesn't bother me.
No, it doesn't. Well, if I was De'Ami Brown said something, but it's a little disrespectful.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Mason
Rudolph torching our starting defense and other backups. That's a major problem, but I'm not panicking yet. That's good. Delphonic, all those penalties probably brought the Rhode Island out of Liam in the locker room. I'm not sure what that is, but maybe a little red ass in there. Yeah. Liam not afraid to call out the coordinators. Last regime would never. Well, he is the offensive coordinator. Remember that.
Delphonic says, I don't know the origin, but the last time I used it was the game winner in London, Urban's first win.
Yeah. Oh, that Delphonic used it. Yeah. Well, that was good. That was worthy of it, too. One of his 2 wins? 2 wins. 2 and 13. We all noticed Tuten with his 40 time at the scouting combine. Saturday, we found out that he could be a physical between the tackles guy, too. Did look at then that, again, not against first teamers, but still was a nice run. Austin, would Gorman Thomas approve of the Brew Crew shirt?
Man, all he needs a mustache. We're ready to roll. Yeah, let's get it. I think he would. I think he likes the Brew Crew.
Oh, IB 400. I played Madden 26 with my son. Travis Hunter is a cheat code, and our rushing game is better this year, according to Madden.
Yeah.
There we go.
I like it.
Hey, I feel better.
Say no more.
I'll take it.
Milam and Monheim coming off pretty nice performances, by the way. Those are 2 young offensive linemen. There was some more good conversation today with Milam. We caught up with Milam today. We'll have that tonight on 1st and 10 training camp, 11:15 on CBS 47 and Fox 30. So that's good news. Some of the draft picks, actually, right? We know what they're saying about Travis Hunter. Tuten scores a touchdown. Austen Lane shows up a bit. The 2 offensive linemen. I didn't see a lot out of Jack Kaiser, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
And then Ransaw obviously is hurt right now, but those aren't bad things. Those are some pretty good signs. A lot of faith in Parker Washington right now.
Sure.
I think YB 400 said he's going to just get better and better.
As there has been. I feel like every preseason we're pretty high on him.
Yeah, but he had a really nice camp to back it up. Again, I think it would have been – we would really be talking a lot about Parker Washington if that wheel route gets hit, if Mullins throws it, because I think it's going.
Are y'all a little bit concerned now?
About what?
The backup quarterback?
I'm not doing this again. So, Brent, I'm taking a nap. Brent, I'm going to put my head down, and when you guys are ready to go past the backup quarterback conversation, you guys just let me know.
I'm not even doing it.
Okay, we're back. All right. Damn,
Austen,
quick one.
I'll get you back if you don't mind.
Yeah, please.
Brent.
Spare your piece.
Semi-breaking news, I guess, in the last 2 hours. I missed it. No more pay-per-views in UFC.
Oh, okay, we're back.
At all.
Yeah.
They signed a deal with Paramount and CBS, so there will no longer be any pay-per-views going forward.
That's a good thing.
It's a great thing. It's a smart thing.
Yeah.
No one's paying $80 anymore
Yeah.
for pay-per-views. Where's Paramount getting all this money from is what I want to know.
Dude.
Because they paid like South Park $1 billion something for South Park to make fun of them.
Well, they just fired Colbert.
Okay, so I guess you just make it. I got you. Yeah, so they just make it back up.
So yeah,
well,
I mean,
and also like listen, without getting too down that rabbit hole, Trump is, with Paramount, like they're trying to cater to him a little bit. It seems like, and
UFC
Trump's
crowd.
a big UFC guy, so
that's interesting.
That's interesting.
But I think Colbert was making what 15 to 20 million, something like that. 16, I think it was.
Yeah,
a year. But then somebody told me the other day he has 200 people on his show.
Sure.
200 people on his show.
Yeah.
I would hope we could make this show a little bit better if we had 200 people working on it.
Oh, man.
190.
I'll settle for 100.
190 of those are they're paid to laugh.
Did you see then Howard Stern? We talked about this on Friday, but Howard Stern, Sirius has let him go because $100 million a year.
Sheesh. When did we get to the point, right, where this is
I'm in the wrong
normal?
line of work.
And people could say that about athletes.
Sure.
But I don't think this is true for like people. I guess Stern is unique. We know the McAfees of the world are unique. Stephen A. Smith's pretty unique.
Stern's like a shock jock, right? Like that's how he got it. I mean,
he did.
The story's legendary.
And at the right time and everything else. And now I guess the ratings just aren't making it. Like the value isn't there anymore for Stern. It was for a long time.
Yeah.
But to me, like the Colberts of the world.
Who has the ratings? Like Colbert's ratings are legit. It's the price.
It's the price tag of. I really think like 5 years ago you could have made this move. Forget about the whole how it happened and everything else. But I mean, Matt Lauer and Katie Couric of the Today Show were making $20 million 20 years ago. Like what? How did we get to like that kind of dollar figure with people like that do this for a living? It seems crazy.
I know.
And
now Howard Stern says he's hungrier than ever. So I assume he'll probably do like some sort of Patreon thing or maybe go with like a new network. But like, expect it. I'm sure he's probably going to bring out Mugshot Monday on the Howard Stern show. He's hungry.
Yes, he will.
Watch me lose my if he like has some segment like that. Watch me lose it.
Just go right for him.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there we go.
We just need to copyright it.
As if I needed one more job on my resume right now.
William Torres, Jags first team period, practicing getting the line, getting the right call, and getting the snap off. That's from Jordan DeLugo. Okay. That's a good thing to practice.
That's what they're practicing?
Well, apparently.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. A little elementary, but I'm not mad at it.
I think this is noteworthy, too. Liv reported this coming out of Cohen, is they're going pads tomorrow, which that's not the big news. Scrimmage on Thursday. They're going to scrimmage on Thursday against themselves. So I think that's interesting because it's like, was that planned? Is that a response? Or is that a tell that you're not going to play the starters on Sunday?
Yeah.
And, they wanted to get a second team to practice with, like the Dolphins, and they couldn't make it work. So is this the answer to that, is to internally scrimmage, inter-squad scrimmage, and have more of those live reps? And again, might have been the plan all along. Or is it a response to kind of what's going on? So anyway, there's some of the comments in the chat. Appreciate you hanging out with us here on a Monday as, it's kind of like an overreaction Monday a bit to one preseason game, but it's what we've got, and that's what we're going to go with. When we have the positive stuff, and people are like, oh, you're way too positive. It's like, well, that's what we got. When you got the negative stuff, that's what we've got. And the Jaguars didn't play well on Saturday night. So I've got a feeling, by the way, I think you said it, you would play the starters on Sunday?
I wouldn't mind seeing them a little more.
Yeah, you'd like to. Well, that's the difference.
But I think with the
you'd
scrimmage,
like to see them, or you would play them if you're the coach.
If I was the coach, once again, see, it's hard for me to say because I need to see how the scrimmage goes, right?
Yeah,
like, if I see a different showing in the scrimmage or during practice, then I might take a hard look at it. But just based off of what I saw from the first preseason game, yeah, I'd probably let him run for another series or two the second preseason game.
I've got a feeling we're not seeing them again.
They're done, huh?
I've got a feeling. I don't know. Offensively in particular, now I do wonder coming off this is like, is there some value in building some good on defense? Like have a little bit of a good feeling going into that. And not punishment, but it's like, hey, now you got to look better than that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know. My gut tells me they're not going to play. I don't know that. I'm not sure they know that. The way this worked last week is I think if you had asked Liam Cohen on Monday if the starters were playing, I think he would have said primarily no.
Yeah.
And it got kind of it changed to somewhere during the week. And he's like, okay, he's going to play him. So I think there's I'm not sure they know. Like, I think you put a plan together, but I'm just not sure they know right now what is going to transpire there. Hey, a couple of other quick mentions before we hit the top of the hour. I've always said on this show that I'm surrounded by Hall of Famers. How many Hall of Fames are you in?
Oh, one.
Your high school?
We don't have
Murray
a Hall
State.
of Fame. Murray State.
Oh, you're in Murray State's Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That was
I know
earlier
New
this
Jersey
year.
was retired by Murray State too.
Yeah, but also
But that was
Hall
a
of
different
Fame.
ceremony.
Yes, you remember I gave the speech. I wrote my speech out when they were doing the introduction. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
don't act like it wasn't a good speech.
It was a good speech.
Oh, it was a great speech. Yeah.
Then we had Steph. Steph made it to her Hall of Fame in high school.
Yep.
And so you guys busted my chops for not being I'm like, I'm never going to the Hall of Fame.
Up here we go.
Well,
Brent.
over the weekend, I made it to a Hall of Fame.
What'd you get?
Well, our show, our high
on?
school sports show up in Albany, New York, got inducted into a Hall of Fame up there, which is pretty cool. Like
Brent, I
the
don't know
whole
how that
show.
works.
I don't either. I didn't even know it was a thing.
Well, hang on. But why is New York celebrating you? If you get what I'm saying, like, shouldn't this be like a Florida Hall of Fame thing?
No, because we were when I was in New York. Part
Oh,
of it.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought you meant like your high school show that you do here in Jacksonville.
No.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't
okay.
even know this kind of thing existed.
Okay.
But yeah, our Fox 23, who I used to work with.
Yes.
And led by like Rich Becker, Scott Morlock, Matt Ryan. Those guys were in our department. So
look at this.
Capital Region Football Hall of Fame, our show went into. I thought that was pretty cool.
So wait, is this show still going on though? Or
it doesn't. Those
doesn't
guys don't
exist
work in the
anymore?
business. Most people, I think I'm like one of the only ones still working in the business.
Wow, the rest gave it up. Huh?
But it was smart and got out.
Yeah.
But this show
Cool.
we did they did it before me. So I was kind of there for the ride.
Oh no, Brent!
tugging on the
Don't sell yourself
coattails.
short now, because look at this presentation here on a $2 piece of cardboard, with your names glued there. That's hey, that's legit.
Yeah, look, we even signed. They were signing it. Doesn't have my autograph on it.
Now, is this a ceremony, or did they throw their own party?
Well, they threw their own party Friday night, and then the ceremony was Saturday night. But I
Okay.
was obviously on the sideline, so I couldn't.
Brent, you couldn't get out.
Were you invited?
Yes, I was the only one that didn't go.
Stuart couldn't take over.
I could have, but
What is it? Does he have another baby? What? He could have took over.
Is he out? Are you going to say is he out another 6 weeks?
He could have took over for you, Brent. You should have been there, man. You're Hall of Famer
Yeah.
now.
So anyway,
Rare air.
I actually tried to fly. They had a little get together at one of the guys' house on Friday, and I tried to fly up.
Okay.
Like after the show or after our meeting, I just couldn't get the flights to work. Tried to fly up and then come back, but couldn't do it.
Dang.
But anyway, I thought it was cool.
That's
So
congratulations.
technically now in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Baby.
We're going to brag on the family today. I got one more picture to show you.
Oh, let's get it.
I got this call from Ty Guy yesterday,
Uh-oh.
or a text.
Bail money?
Not bail money.
Okay, we're good.
Buy beer.
What?
He needs to.
What?
Hamby, you got it? I got to ask you about that. About a hole in one? Hole
Good
in one
for
for
him.
Ty Guy.
Give it up for the kid.
Is his first one?
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
First one for the fam.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have one. I always tell you, like, I really don't care about a hole in one, but my buddy Pat said, hey, now are you jealous? And I'm like, I'm not jealous.
You're a little
I never
jealous.
have cared. He's like,
You're a
yeah,
little
right, you don't
jealous.
care. I'm like, well, now that Ty's got one, I probably have to go
This
chase
is
it
eating
down,
you
right?
alive. Yeah. I mean, first you lose your Pac-Man score, and now the hole-in-one, Brent. Man.
And my eyesight.
And your eyesight. Were you with Ty on this or not? Was he?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't
Okay.
playing.
Yeah, yeah.
Which has become a thing. Like Ty plays a lot of golf, and I don't.
Sure.
But yeah, he was with his buddies. Apparently, they went crazy because you kind of wonder. Ty's like even keel. So kind of wondering how he's going to react.
I wonder if he had a Travis Hunter meeting him in the air like Cam Little did.
There we go.
I don't think Ty has those ups. But yeah, he was with his buddies. 170-yard, 7-iron. And he saw it. Like a lot of times you can't see the ball go in based on how the hole is from the tee box. He said he saw it all.
That's insane.
Rolled right in there.
That's insane.
So I had
Good for
2
him.
questions for you guys. And like he was obviously pretty excited, brought the ball home, get the scorecard.
Hell yeah, you
but
did.
Gets rained out after 10 holes.
Oh.
Does
Dang.
it count?
Oh, Brent, stop
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Does
Of
it
course
count?
it
Yes, it
counts. Stop that.
Do you have to go finish the round?
This isn't the preseason. This isn't like a Cam Little field goal. No, this thing counts.
I don't know. That being said, I still think it counts. If it were me, and I'm not a golfer, but I think I would have tried to go back. If that was in the morning, I'm going back and trying to finish the last 8 holes.
I think they waited out already a couple of delays. I think they were trying to finish because you want the scorecard.
Yeah.
Right? Like
a good
where you
point.
put the 1 on, you're going to get a
Yeah.
plaque or something like that. But now the scorecard's incomplete.
Or I'm going back today and just playing the back 9 and counting as if that's my round.
Yeah. That's a good call. Maybe a little rain delay. Go back the next day.
Well,
How was he
If
shooting
a game
before
is
that? Like,
incomplete in baseball,
He probably
they
wasn't
just
shooting that
finish
well,
the rest of it, and it still counts as one 9-inning game.
Yeah, like Ty plays pretty well. And so now he's not like a scratch golfer by any means. But I think at the time he hit the hole-in-one, I FaceTimed him quick because Ty said it was like hole-in-one. I was like, okay, does that mean he saw one? Or did he get it? So I FaceTimed him, and he was like, yeah, I'm playing just okay. It was like, even after the hole-in-one, he was like 3 over still. Now that was through whatever. I don't know. Maybe it was the 8th hole, so I'm assuming it was through 8 holes.
Yeah.
And then they only got a couple more holes in. But I don't know what you do with the scorecard. Rained out?
And not available. That's a good point.
I love that text, though.
Hammy, are you a Hall of
Hole-in-one.
Famer too? You get any Hall of Fame stuff?
Nope.
Nothing,
I
huh?
guess my only shot is UCF Club Baseball Hall of Fame.
Oh,
but
let's go.
I graduated a year or 2 early for that. I needed another year.
Brent, you can nominate him.
What did he say?
Yeah, pull.
Who Hall of Fame?
Yeah, pull in the
UCF
media.
Club Baseball. There's actually
There's a Club Baseball Hall of Fame.
all of the
I mean,
biggest teams have one.
I respect the club baseball thing a lot.
Oh, it's awesome.
I like it.
Yeah.
But that has a little bit of this to it.
Let me say this.
As he's pointing to the Marcel Robinson Jacksonville Rush Most Improved Player of the Year
That has a
certificate.
little bit most improved player jersey to it.
Yeah.
The entire I can't speak for those who's created it, but I mean there's dudes in their now early 40s who are in it because it's been a team for I guess 3 or 4 3 decades. It's an excuse to get people to come back.
Yeah.
Because we do an alumni game every November.
That's cool.
That's
yeah,
cool.
I get it.
And it's a huge deal. That's
And
a
donate.
fundraiser for the team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought about just starting my own Hall of Fame and eventually just put myself in it.
I like that.
Wasn't
I
Brent,
like that a
wasn't
lot.
there a Hall of Fame that you were in a couple of months ago?
I had technically, yes, in the Bob Hayes
Yes. Okay.
Hall of Fame. I got
What's
another
that one?
Bob Hayes Hall of Fame.
But no, I'm saying but for obviously you work in the media or what'd
For,
you get
yeah,
nominated?
media,
Okay.
community.
Nice.
You're right. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, Brett, you're 2-time Hall
Now
of
I'm a
Famer.
2-time Hall
In
of
your
Famer.
face, Ty. Ooh,
Golly.
hole in one. Maybe,
Steph.
Eventually you're
Forget
going to
about
get one of those.
Now I'm taking Steph. My Steph in my phone is Hall of Famer Steph.
Yeah.
That's going to be changed. I now outnumber her.
Well, okay. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
One other question about the hole in one. Ty's 20.
Okay.
Can't buy drinks for everybody.
Oh, is
the
that
best
kind
time
of
to get a hole in
Hold
one
up.
is before the age of
Hold
21.
up. Time out. If you hit a hole in one, you have to buy drinks for everybody?
Yeah, that's the thing.
The hell you do buy drinks for me?
That's not
I
the
hit
way
the
it
hole
goes.
in one. No, that's why golf's a dumb sport. That's why golf is a stupid sport. You mean to tell me, like, you go out of your way, hit a hole-in-one, which is, like, one of the rarest things to do in all sports. Oh, by the way, like, that's almost like bringing your own, like, treats for your birthday in school. It is. It's like, what's my birthday?
Well, that's what you do.
Hope you guys like my cupcakes that I had to bring so you guys like me better. Like, no, man, it's my birthday. You get me the cupcakes. Hey, teacher, you get me the present. What are we doing here?
Excellent comp, by the way. Whoever came up with bringing your own birthday treats
we had to do that every
in elementary school also came up with buying your own drinks if you hit a hole-in-one.
Exactly. That's horrible.
It's the same person.
They should be buying you drinks. You hit a hole-in-one. That's a rare feat.
But the thing, really, if you get a hole-in-one, the age-old thing is to buy the bar. Like anybody in there, not just your foursome. Like anybody in there, a drink. Like it usually costs, if you do it that way, it'll cost you a bunch.
So the guy that hit a royal flush on me at Hard Rock 2 weeks ago should have bought the whole table.
Yeah, that's
around.
what I'm saying, Hamby. It makes zero sense.
I should have raised it.
This is why golf's
that
not
doesn't
for me.
happen in poker.
No. He won $700 from the casino.
And didn't even buy anything. Yeah. And if anybody should buy somebody something, it's a guy who hits a royal flush and wins.
But the dealer got a $20
We're all
chip.
good.
I gotta walk to the crib.
Imagine being in a bar and, like, someone comes in there, like the clubhouse bar. What do you call them? Clubhouse bars? The clubhouse bar, right? You're just chilling. I'm sure you're probably having, like, a BLT or a club sandwich because that's what I feel like you guys would eat at country clubs. What do you mean? What are you guys eating? What are you guys eating?
So true,
Is that what you guys are eating?
Well,
yeah, I bet.
You guys, first of all, right?
Well,
Scobie's the one that's there all the time.
Okay, but people that golf. Okay.
No, that's a very good call.
Okay.
And the 50-cent wing.
Okay.
No, not even.
No, you guys.
The BLT in the club sandwich.
You guys got a BLT with a little toothpick in it, and maybe you got like a side of some kind of bisque.
By the way, BLT is underrated.
Oh, it's delicious.
It's good.
Yeah, but very, very country club-ish. But anyway, so like you're eating there, eating that, and all of a sudden someone comes in, hey, man, what are you drinking? Oh, I don't know. Why? I had a hole-in-one. I want to buy you. Like, that's crazy behavior.
It is.
No, man.
It's just the way it goes.
No, I'm putting an end to that right now. That's ridiculous.
Well, I think if you're under 21, you don't have to buy anything.
Yeah, he's good, huh?
So I guess he's
wins.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, lunchtime coming up, and how about visit Bono's Pit Barbecue? 20 different locations here in the Northeast Florida area. You know Bono's. If it ain't a pit, it ain't legit. bonosbarbecue.com for all your menu needs and how you can get catering as well. And join the loyalty program, too, with Bono's Pit Barbecue. Lunchtime around the corner. Also, our recycled headlines, and there is some news coming out of Jacksonville Jaguars camp this morning. We'll get to that. Casey stops by. We pay off our bets. A lot to get to still on a Monday on the Brent and Austen Show up until 1 o'clock here on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network, followed by Storytellers of the 904, Dan Hick and Sam Kavaris episodes coming up today starting at 1 o'clock. Leads right in to the Young and Norvell Show at 4 p.m.
Choose your own adventure. It's not just a saying, but a way of life here at Cycles of Jacksonville. And whether it's 2 wheels or 4 wheels, at Cycles of Jacksonville, a great adventure awaits. With brands like Honda, Vespa, Segway, and Triumph, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with their inventory featuring a 60,000 square foot building. If 4 wheels is more your thing, check out the largest selection of Honda Talons in the entire county. No matter what you're looking for, Cycles of Jacksonville is going to have the selection you need, all with great financing and rebates. Plus, if you're active duty military, Cycles of Jacksonville will offer you 0% financing along with great discounts for military and first responders. And when you want to get off the road and set sail, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with everything you need to get on the water. So if you're ready for a great adventure, let Cycles of Jacksonville be your guide. Located off Atlantic Boulevard, or check out their website at cyclesofjacksonville.com.
How do we make Mason's famous lobster rolls? It's simple. We get up before dawn, head into the open waters of Maine, haul in our traps by hand, and send only the best straight to our restaurants, where we add warm butter or chilled mayo with a squeeze of lemon and pile it on a toasted split-top roll, just like it's been done for nearly a century. That's the recipe for Mason's famous lobster rolls.
Year 2 is in the books for the Jacksonville Armada women's under-23 squad, taking another step forward in the Women's Premier Soccer League. Under the guidance of head coach David Goff, the girls in blue went undefeated at home for a second straight season, including a dramatic draw in the opener.
And they've left it to the death. Unbelievable stuff.
And a late winner to end the season at home.
Headed on. Here's a chance. Gianna Ramirez brings it down, still alive, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
After fielding a younger roster in 2025 with talent from all across Northeast Florida, the future is bright for the Armada women's team. We highlight the ladies and all things Jacksonville Armada each week on Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
I'll put one in the back of the net for you.
Join us for player profiles, fun interviews, and the very latest on the Fleet and all things footy. That's every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Grab some friends and go to a restaurant or head out for a drink and some conversation. Watch your favorite team play on the big screen. Or how about play some games? You can do all of that in one night at Best Bet.
Each location has a different vibe, its own personality, like here at the original Best Bet in Orange Park. When you walk through these doors, everybody knows your name. And here in St. Augustine, it's the newest location. Play some poker. How about the table games? And don't forget about Ace's Sports Bar and Grill. And then there's the Jacksonville location right here on Monument Road. It's the biggest poker room in the state of Florida. Maybe you'll find yourself a seat right here at the final table.
Best Bet, where you can have the best of times. And that makes you always go home a winner. Try any of the 3 locations, and you can always visit bestbetjacks.com.
Putting your needs first. It's the backbone of how First Florida Credit Union does business. In all honesty, you might as well be speaking another language when it comes to finances. Sure, I'm good with my money, but what am I missing in the fine print? That's what led me to First Florida Credit Union. They're the perfect choice for anyone starting their financial journey because they keep finances easy. Plus, they offer financial education and resources I can trust. So I'm always growing more confident. And as a young adult, I am constantly adding more responsibilities to my plate. From a car payment to a mortgage, it all adds up. Luckily, First Florida Credit Union makes sure it adds up in all the right places and not the wrong ones by offering better rates and lower fees than traditional banks, even if you're still trying to grow your credit. Because as a member-owned institution, First Florida genuinely puts people's needs first rather than focusing on profit. So I know as my needs change, they'll be right there to help me reach my goals. Check out firstflorida.org to learn how you can benefit too.
The moment you bite into a Mason's famous lobster roll, nothing is the same. Suddenly, it's 5 a.m., and you're boarding a lobster boat in Maine, heading out to check your traps, keeping only the best, just like it's been done for nearly a century. Because you can't taste lobster this good without it changing you for good. Mason's famous lobster rolls from the waters of Maine.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
We got to make some more plays too on the perimeter. That's not what we do. You know, we got 2 or 3 chances to make those plays, and you know, whatever what's mid now mean? That was mid. You know, that was his response. I said, let's. You know, he's pretty hard on himself. I'll say that. You know, he's. Yeah, you got to ask him about what mid means. I'm 6'7". You did some good things.
Yo,
Nobody.
somebody come get this guy.
You know what's the best? After Hamby, because Hamby doesn't know what 6'7", and I understand it. I have a 10-year-old, so I know what it is.
I don't either.
I went on Twitter to see like what the reaction was, and everyone's talking about it. This was a trending thing. No one knows the 6'7" thing.
Oh, explain it. Educate us. Casey knew it.
Casey, you know it? Yeah. So, and my like I knew it. I knew it before going into it because my son sings the song all the time.
Okay.
And essentially, it's a couple things that it involves. It involves a player by the name of LaMelo Ball. Might have heard of him, right? Now he is 6'7", and there was an ongoing thing saying like people couldn't believe how tall he was, but he's 6'7". And then Skrilla, rapper, a mumble rapper, took that, released the hot summer banger "Doot Doot," parentheses 6'7", and that's where I assume Coach Dabo there is talking about. So it's a meme. It's a trending thing on TikTok. And this is the thing. I didn't know this, but it makes sense now because I'm not on TikTok. There's a bunch of TikTok trends that I feel like the Twitter universe has no idea what's going on. And that's what this case was right here.
So I guess in the context of that, is Dable also saying, I don't know what the heck 6'7" is, but they all say it? Or does he know that one?
Oh, no, he doesn't. I guarantee Dale doesn't know it, but he's heard it in the locker room nonstop because I heard it in my own household nonstop. And by the way, for those of you that, aren't into the musically versed, things of mumble rap, it's basically a song that's just a bunch of sounds, and then there's like the Baby Shark thing, like the Baby Shark song is like in that as well. Yeah.
So it's totally kid-oriented?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't let my like Ronan's listen to it, but I wouldn't let my kids listen to it. No.
Wait. Say that slow.
Say that slow.
Ronan knows it because of like the trending stuff.
Okay.
He's never heard the entire song. He just knows it from like the viral TikTok trend. But I wouldn't let my child listen to the entire song because if you dive deeper in the lyrics,
okay, gotcha.
Adult situations.
Yeah, so he can see it on the surface.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Hear it on the
but
surface.
to be fair, you can't really understand what he's saying, so it might be okay.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Casey, good song?
Mm-mm.
Not a good song.
No.
Not good song, but viral.
Yeah. I mean, listen, like the way the TikTok works is like it's not like the whole song play. It's like 10 seconds, of the song. So
that's the catchy part. And
yeah, exactly.
Off.
Do you want to hear a couple lines from it?
Sure.
All right, Brent. Let me get your opinions
no.
here. All right. Doot, dump truck, baby shark, do. I pop the perk and I pop the blue. I geek like the custies too. Say it in rap, bro. We can smack, huh? Pull up cleaning my white tee. Rolling off honey too, huh? Diamonds VV. Straight from Lex. And I got custom pendant waiting. Wait till you see that. Oh, pull up to the back. Matte Black track. I just bipped it. Now. Back to back. Back to the verse.
It loses something without the music, but that's the general
I mean,
idea.
that's what it is.
Apparently it lost me. I'm frozen.
He is frozen.
Hamby got frozen.
That actually is appropriate.
Hamby couldn't believe it.
That's pretty cool that you got frozen and we're not. Like this is kind of fun.
Hamby's like, Rush would never put this out.
He's disgusted.
This is perfect. Just keep
Sorry,
this up
Hamby.
as long as you can.
My bad, man. Next time put the earmuffs on.
By the way, I think you just fell into something. I want two deals. One, we have to read rap lyrics.
Oh, that'd be cool, but I'm sure the higher ups have a problem with that too, so
Or
maybe not. Okay.
You have to interpret the rap lyric.
Okay, well,
because would you know the whole interpretation of everything you just said? Because there are some things like I caught and I was like, I think I can get that, but I can't get that. Like I have no idea.
Yeah, I was pretty good
within,
with it.
Within like reason, of course. We don't have to go.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what custies is.
That's
I probably
what I was
shouldn't even.
I was like,
probably
does he
shouldn't
know
even
what that is?
say it because Lord knows.
What's the lyrics around it?
I geek like the custies too.
There was another one you said, Bip. A little later after that.
Which that reminds me, there's a current mumble Baltimore rapper out by the name of Bipley Yip Snip, who I'm familiar with actually.
God help us.
How?
God help us.
Can you freeze me now?
Tupac, if you don't get your ass out of the grave right now, start putting out something.
It's be a great game. You freeze me now. That leaves Casey and Austin left.
Oh man,
it's Bipley.
Who gets frozen?
This is like, that's crazy work. The quote was, "Pull up back to back, matte black track. I just bipped it. Meow." I got that one.
Me reading that would be
meow.
Fun.
Yeah.
So is this the game? Do we?
I'm gonna figure this out.
Casey, do we find rap lyrics and let Brent think what they are?
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out.
That's what it is.
Check back in on like Thursday.
But
the game.
Do you guys know the bip part though?
The which part? I just
part
bipped it
before the meow.
Yeah, I mean, well, okay, meow means you're going. Yeah, I assume bipped. Once again, don't quote me on it, but I assume revving the gas a little bit. I mean, he's not going to say, I just accelerated the gas a little faster.
He could. I mean.
You could, but it doesn't rhyme, right?
No, it doesn't go.
I just accelerate the gas a little faster. Meow. Maybe.
But we're looking up Custies. We got to figure that one out.
Look up Custies. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Brent, I'm 37. I'm 37
it.
years old, Brent. I don't know what you want from me, man. I'm trying my best. This should be Hamby's expertise.
Right. Hamby, like you can't take yourself off?
Oh, yep. See, I shouldn't even. Yeah. Okay. I found it.
Did you?
Uh-oh.
I mean, it's like a drug dealer. Huh. It's the type of person a drug dealer makes money off of. Used in a sentence.
Oh, customers.
Oh,
baby.
Yeah. There we go.
There we go. We did
Custies. Customer.
We did it.
I mean, I understand like abbreviate, but do we got to abbreviate Okay, whatever, man. Custies.
Abbreviate everything.
I got you.
By the way, one last thing on this.
Oh boy.
Did I miss the whole genre of mumble rap?
You guys can get a Custy mug if you want it. I'm selling Custy mugs. I don't know. I'm sorry, Brett. What did you say?
I miss the whole genre of mumble rap? Like,
yeah, kind of.
Hey,
give me other examples.
Where have you been the past 10 years, man? Brett. Yeah, you missed it, man.
Other examples, almost every rapper that's come up in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So that's what you would call it. Not
Yeah.
just rap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they sound like they're
Migos.
mumbling.
Let me throw one
A
out
lot of
here.
people could say
How
that
about
Oh, I love this, Hamby. What do you got?
This is
was
not
the
gonna be good.
originator like Little Pump?
For mumble rap?
Yeah.
No mumble rapper.
No, I'm gonna say Migos. Migos were the first ones that I think like were commercially.
Well, I mean, Quavo at least says things.
Yeah, but
Not all like the other two,
okay.
for sure. But like, you know what I mean? Like, there'd be parts of the song like, oh, I know what Quavo is
Yeah.
saying, and then you'd get to like
No, that's
Offset,
true.
and you'd be like, what is he saying?
Like I feel like Migos kind of changed the game in terms of like flow,
Fair
and
enough.
then other people started to copy them.
Yeah,
but
that's a
like
good
it
call.
was just like then it's
Because all they do is
the
the triplets.
Sure.
That's all Ego songs every time.
yeah.
And now that's
I like
a
that. Now
huge
Hamby's getting like, and I get what you're saying, Hamby, with like the triplets, but like maybe the casual music person wouldn't understand that.
No, I wouldn't, but I get what you're saying. Now
Yeah.
that you did the example.
Ta,
Do you
ta,
still have?
ti, ti, ta.
Do you still have the lyrics?
You don't have to talk about Hamby. I can bring them back real quick. Yeah. What do you need?
Your first couple of lyrics that you read, I was like, that could fit in a country song.
Yeah, and I mean, shades on. I'm bull with the glasses. Bro say because he's a savage. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the part of it.
No, yeah, you didn't start there.
Sorry. Do dump truck, baby shark. Do. I popped the perk and popped the blue.
That's what it sounds.
Yeah. So we'll just take
the blue.
So we'll just take Percocet and the blue pill, whatever you want to call that, and we'll say I just downed a Miller High Life and put a chew in.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Try to find Zin in there.
Pop
or
the
something
Zin.
like
Put a
that.
Zin, yeah. Popped in a Zin with a Miller High Life in my truck.
That's good.
Yeah, baby got them jean shorts. They're always wearing jean shorts.
There we go.
It's true.
They're not wearing jean shorts, Brent.
No, it's
Oh yeah,
not.
they are. Yeah,
They're
when aren't they wearing jean shorts in the song?
Them
There you
and them and the sorority girls now, apparently.
Cool. Oh, that's.
Bro, what's going on your algorithm?
I can give you a 20-minute TED talk about how I feel about the sorority girl stuff.
Go ahead, so Brent can get a drink of water.
No,
Isn't
we're good,
everything on
Casey.
the algorithm sorority girls?
It's
No.
up there, man. It's everywhere. Oh,
Listen,
it's on mine too.
listen,
I don't know.
It's
It's infected my computer.
you bought Sydney Sweeney soap.
Bathwater soap, Brent. Be more specific.
So
And?
if you bought that, I hate
And
to
what?
tell you, but the sorority clips are on your timeline.
Those are not the same thing at all.
Goes and.
I mean, yeah. I mean, all right.
Sounds like a satisfied customer. I like it.
I got no complaints.
Give us what
What
you
do you
got
want?
on the sorority.
Oh no, it's I don't like it. Like it's cringy, man. It's
Cool. I hate to tell you, it's not for you.
I know it's not for me, but like who watches that and goes, "Oh, I got to go to college there."
I'm sure somebody.
A lot of girls.
A lot
I'm
of
sure it
girls?
works.
Oh yeah, I want to do a
Gosh, that's
a
this
30
week, isn't it? Oh,
that?
we're so screwed.
What's that? What?
Where all of them do their their dances and
It's
their
been
chants.
So
happening.
clearly, it's not on his timeline.
It's the
no, it's everywhere.
Austin I's
Stop.
timeline
It's-
looks the same.
Dude, I'm never on social media, and it's
so it was last week then.
it's on there.
Yeah, it'll probably be the next couple of weeks.
I haven't seen it.
I've seen 6 SEC schools be showcased in this whole
Yeah.
thing. Yeah,
So what I'm
might be an
curious
SEC
about.
thing, by the way. Honestly,
I don't think it's just an SEC.
really?
I don't
Have you
know.
seen a Wisconsin one yet?
No, but I bet you probably will. Like
Probably a little more drinking involved than choreography dancing, but okay.
Well, I just think it's like, here's what I want to know. Now that you go the sorority thing, you just hire a content creator as part of that? Like, is that part of your dues or your whatever you pay if you're in a sorority? It's like, hey, we got your upfront cost is not only a team picture in front of the sorority house, but it's also, hey, we got to do this content creation. And have you ever cheerleaded before?
That's a good point. Yeah.
How's that go down? Because they all have something.
No, that's not
and this
a bad
is now
call.
time. Like this is like I bet before they even put their stuff in the sorority house.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we got to figure out this.
No, this is like worse than like an NFL schedule release. Seriously. It's like, oh, let's see what Alabama's got. Oh, let's go to Texas now. Who cares? But yeah, but once again, back on Casey's point, it ain't for me. And I understand.
Yeah, it ain't for me.
But no, I'm sure they have a coordinator.
Here's where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, who's the dad that's now
thank God
watching this and is like, that's my daughter.
Oh, I'm shutting it down. Hey,
it's just not.
Buckle up for junior college because we're done here.
It's not just that's my daughter. That's my dollars.
Yeah. Hope you like tech school.
That's what I sent him for.
Yeah.
Somebody say military school. Hope you like it. Let's go. Serving our country. Yeah, there ain't no way.
There ain't.
Dude, imagine being a father. Like, what if Kaylee was doing all that stuff, man? Brent's like, whatever, okay.
I would venture to say that a good chunk of the sorority girls' moms were also sorority girls, so the dad probably knows what he's getting himself
into. That's a good point. It's what you signed up for.
That is a fair point.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm kind of voting if I'm dad for the one in the back and not in the front.
So you're hoping your kid's ugly?
Well, no.
They're all lovely young ladies, but
well, that's just not how it works, Brent. There's
Brent,
a system to this.
You ever been to Publix, right, with avocados or like the fruits on display? Yeah. You ever go in the back of those fruits and like dig deep down and see what you're working with?
All right, I'll go with the middle.
A little moldy, right? Yeah. Okay, go in the middle. I thought it was like an upperclassman thing. I thought that all the upperclassmen get to go up the front and like the freshmen are on the back. Maybe not.
Again.
Hey man,
give me a behind the music.
Casey
on the
got a game?
sorority.
We're not doing the ESPN 30 for 30, Brett. Sorry.
Hey, let's get to our Republic Services. RecyclingSimplified.com. Headlines of the day. Recycled headlines. We do actually have some coming out of the Jags. Obviously, I don't really think there's panic in Jacksonville. But I do think there's a disappointment in Jacksonville over that game on Saturday night. Everybody's still breaking that down. But the bigger news, Tyson Campbell missed practice today, day to day. No injury disclosed. I haven't seen that yet. Anton Harrison missed practice, but that's personal reasons. Patrick McCarry was playing at right tackle. He can play all 5 positions. Wyatt Milam getting good reviews coming out of that Saturday night. We'll talk to him tonight on First and 10. Training camp at 11:15 on CBS 47. Fox 30. Jaguars will have the pads on tomorrow. They'll scrimmage on Thursday. No word yet if the starters will play on Sunday against the New Orleans Saints. Casey, quick thought or two on what you saw on Saturday night. Panic button pressed yet or nearby?
No, it's the preseason.
All right.
Okay.
It was okay, I guess. None of the starters got hurt, so that's cool.
Well, maybe. Hopefully not Tyson.
It wouldn't be Jacksonville if Tyson Campbell wasn't missing practice in August, so that's always a positive sign. But, I mean, in terms of the starters, the defense got shredded a little bit, which isn't, the best. But it is what it is. I'll go preseason and chalk it up.
Simple as that. There we go.
I'm hoping.
I
don't know how much faith I have, to be completely honest with you, but hoping.
One thing I didn't get into with the defense with you, Austin, what you expect them to do schematically. Will it hide some of their potential warts? Could it hide some of their potential warts? Maybe more than what they were, trying to do last year. Because that's the big thing, right? You say, hey, it's Ryan Nielsen's fault. They weren't coached well. The scheme wasn't good. You're playing man-to-man. Guys want to play zone.
Players weren't playing in position.
Yeah, in position, right? Fair enough. But so we're kind of leaning on that now. We've really leaned into that. So a new scheme, sure, question marks about Anthony Campanelli because he's first-timer at this. Okay, fair enough. But the scheme and everybody else will take care of because of the talent that is there. We know there's some talent on defense. Or do we start saying, oh, maybe there's not as much talent on defense as we even think?
So here's the thing about schemes that people have to keep in mind. Like, schemes are designed to bring out the best of what your players do best, but also maybe hide some deficiencies. The issue with like the deficiencies right now, the Jacksonville Jaguars, if you watch that game, was there was some deficiencies in terms of, once again, interior pass rush, interior defensive line play. It'd be one thing if you had like, okay, maybe we're worried about this linebacker, like in coverage. Maybe we're worried about like a guy in the secondary. Like you can make up of whether it's like zone coverages, whether it's blitzing. Like there's different things that you can do to make up for those deficiencies. It's hard to make up for a deficiency in an interior defensive line and say, okay, well, maybe our defensive tackles, are lacking a little bit. So what are we going to do? Well, you can blitz, which, okay, that might work, but then could leave you pretty vulnerable in the secondary or in the back end. Well, what else can you really do? Like, I mean, are you going to like run like stunts up front? Okay, but those take time to develop. And once again, if we're talking about a smash mouth team like the Carolina Panthers could be with Chuba Hubbard, you can't be doing a lot of edging and a lot of twisting and everything from the edge just because it takes time to develop. So if that's the case, sometimes it just comes down to personnel, Brent.
Hamby said, and again, we're talking about 2s and 3s and sometimes even 4s playing in this game at times, but Hamby said 2.5 yards a carry. If the Jags actually just stop the run,
they'll be average.
Will that be enough? If they figure out a way to stop the run, whether it's Armstead, Lacey, Smith, Jordan Jefferson, anybody plug in that hole just there. If they just do that, forget about the internal push and try to get 15 sacks each for Josh Hines, Allen, Trayvon Walker. Will that be enough to make the defense better?
Yes. Yeah. And I get because the bar is so low right now from last year.
It is low. I mean, that's
–
please just don't be that.
Couldn't be any lower, really, right? Let's be honest here.
Don't be that.
So, yeah, if you can stop the run, you find out ways to do that. I don't care if you have 2 400-pounders up front in the middle. If you can just stop the run – yeah, I'll take that right now.
Get the guy from the Bucs.
And then we'll worry about, the pass rush on the edges and stuff later. But you got to stop the run first.
Well, because if we're being let's go overly dramatic on the criticism here of the defense. Because I think there's a little drama involved right now. And that's okay. Let's play with it.
Okay.
Your biggest concern is the interior.
Yes.
Fair enough. I mean, the 2 guys that are supposed to make an impact at the defensive tackle position are not even playing, are not developing, are not mixing in. There's nothing. Like, we don't know anything. So you're at a 3rd guy who really wasn't even playing there the last couple of years. He was playing the edge more than the interior.
Yeah.
In Lacey. Okay, major concern. The middle. We have no idea what they're going to get out of Devin Lloyd.
85 overall in Madden, though.
But we have no idea what outside of Foyer, which we know what to expect. We have no idea. Okay, corners.
Oh.
Well, Tyson has looked fantastic on the practice field. We know he comes with injury concerns. And I'm asking on the show 15 minutes in today, do we already know that Travis Hunter is the best corner on this team?
Oh.
Which can be a good thing, but also might be a bad thing for the current state of the Jags.
Yep.
It can't possibly be a good thing for 25.
And then the safeties, a very small sample. I don't know what they did wrong or whatever yesterday, but obviously the secondary didn't do great as a whole. There was nobody that stood out other than a tackle for a loss from Austen Lane.
Wingard made that one tackle?
Wingard did come up and make a tackle.
Jags.
I mean, but to be honest with you, they're not super athletic there. I think is the criticism I would have about the safeties. They might be very savvy and veteran because of Murray and Wingard, and that could be okay. But they're not
we'll see
super
with
athletic
Ransaw when he comes along, too, because he was brought in to be the athletic safety, what we've been told. But obviously on the shelf right now.
But, I mean, Wingard was out of there quick. Like, some of the other defensive guys actually got in that second series. Yeah. Wingard was out quick along with Josh and Trayvon. Like, Wingard and Murray are the guys. Like, and I'm okay with that. I'm just saying, like, it's not overly athletic. They're not going to be roaming around and ball hawking, I don't think.
But
with the best safeties in the league.
No, for
maybe
sure.
They can.
But, Brent, this is my point, though, is I don't need the best safeties in the NFL. You don't need the best corners. Like, there's schemes. Like, yeah, let's be honest here. If you go man coverage, are we confident right now? Like, when you're playing teams?
Cincinnati.
No.
You see Cincinnati play football? Have you seen how big T. Higgins is?
Did you see how bored Joe Burrow was and Jamar Chase was that first preseason for that drive? They were bored.
Oh my
Like, well, this is fine. Why am I out here? Fine, score. I don't care. I'm gonna get off the field. No, yeah, I'm worried about that, Brent. But my point is that you can try to scheme it up, right? Do you double Jamar Chase? Do you go more zone 3, even though that didn't really work because that's what Washington scored on because guys didn't drop deep enough? We can break that down maybe. It wasn't the best call. But at least like you can say, okay, well, do you cover 2, cover 4, whatever. There's ways around it. There's no way around your interior defensive line. Like, who you have is who you have. You can't scheme it. Like, you have to be tougher. Like, it's simple as that. You have to be better.
You have to be better. It's interesting we bring up Cincinnati because the reason, like, I don't need the Jags defense to be top half of the league. You need them to be like 18th in the league if you want to have success. The problem with Cincinnati last year is they missed the playoffs because their defense sucked in the first 6, 7, 8 weeks.
Yeah, they were terrible.
Like, they were bad. Like, so you can't, even if you have a good offense, and they have had a good offense.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Burrow had an MVP kind of year, and he couldn't overcome it.
Fair.
So, and this offense is not that offense. We can't even come close to predicting that that's going to be that offense. 30-something points a game, it felt like, for Burrow most of the year.
We can hope, yeah.
But even with that, they couldn't overcome it. So, like, this defense has to give them something.
Yep. Yeah, you're just not. You have pieces on offense, but you're not built for that at this point. And I think the probably somewhat scary part is there's concerns in multiple spots. Right? It's not like, oh, they just can't figure it out up front. It's like, oh, they might not have it at corner. They might not have it at linebacker. Sounds like we don't think they have it up front. So then it's like, well, crap, what happened? Like, what did we do this?
That was my point. Like, if you're being overdramatic, you can have a problem with every level.
It might not be overdramatic, though.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Depending on where you are. Like,
I think it is coming off one game.
Linebacker maybe overdramatic potentially. I don't think corner is, right? Because if we're already talking about this with Tyson Campbell.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter, I don't want to say being forced into that role, but because, he's supposed to play on both sides of the ball. But again, if he is your best corner right now and you're not sure how much he's actually going to play corner, then that's a question. And then,
go ahead.
And I just think it does. But the Travis Hunter thing, just to bring it back to if you missed part of the show early on, we were talking about this. Is he going to be employed more on that defensive side than originally planned? And you can listen back to the show all the time on the podcast. It's up at 1:30 every day. That's from the first hour. So we went in length. But just to reiterate real quick, I think, Austin, it puts the coaching staff and the regime, this new regime, in maybe an uncomfortable position to pivot earlier than they want to do it. And everything's not going to go according to a script. But this is a very unique deal that's going on. And you don't want that going off kind of the path too much. Is it going to zig and zag a bit? Yeah, probably. But you certainly don't want it to peak and valley right out of the gates like, oh boy, we really need him here. Like, you don't want to get desperate with the Travis Hunter situation right off the rip.
Agreed. If you go back to our first round of Shock Your Mock, our very first day, I think someone took Travis Hunter. And I said, I love the pick. Dynamic playmaker, plays both sides of the ball, but I am worried about the headache that he's going to bring if both corners are going to be fighting over him.
Yeah.
We're on preseason game number 1, and we're already talking about, okay, does he need to play defense more? Is he the best cornerback? These are not conversations I want to have during the season, let alone after one preseason game. But here we are now. Yeah. And a lot of that has to do with Tyson Campbell, obviously, being out for hopefully nothing serious, but soft tissue injuries are soft tissue injuries. It's just, I didn't want to be here, and I didn't expect being here after one preseason game, Brent.
Yeah, I think there's a good part of this is that you have faith in that kid that he's really good and that you went and invested in him and he's a really good football player. That can help you. That's the good side.
Of course.
But like you said, to work in 2025, I don't think you want that out of the gates.
I think that somewhat, I don't know if scary is the right word, but I think the somewhat interesting part is he has spent more time on offense, like offense first has kind of been the mindset. I think they need him more on defense.
Yeah.
With or without Tyson Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think
because you have Parker Washington.
You got Parker. You got De'Ami Brown, who you think is supposed to be good for you.
That was the conversation. You have better help on that side without Travis than you do. And we thought, and I still think,
like legitimate need.
I'm not
on
putting
defense.
Tyson on the shelf here. I'm just saying, Jarian Jones himself, I think, has to hold off Travis Hunter.
Not gonna be easy,
right? So that, again, third rounder versus a top 2 pick,
right?
I mean, he's probably not winning that, but you can piece it together. I do think they're better equipped on offense right now to say, hey, you got De'Ami Brown, Parker Washington can run that slot, whatever else. you actually are probably better suited at the moment to say, hey, this dude can go play defense all the time, and package him on offense and put him in the slot, let him play on particular downs.
And you should probably be able to give Cohen the extra, I guess, difficulty to say, all right, figure it out without Travis Hunter, versus your defensive coordinator, who's not your head coach, saying figure it out without Travis Hunter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, make Cohen work harder, if you will, to figure out how to scheme it up without him than maybe Campanelli. So,
yeah,
good call. By the way, real quick on just the overall thing, I wanted to get this out there. That route Brenton Strange ran to catch that 7-yard pass, I think it was nasty. The bro was like, back in, out. I was like, damn. And he looks huge, by the way.
He looks good.
Yeah.
He looks good.
I'll say this about Jarian Jones, too. I mean, we're going to have the conversation of, is he playing out of position as well? Because he shined last year in that slot.
Yeah.
And then a tale as old as time, I feel like, with, the Jacksonville Jaguars is, are you not putting him in the best spot? Now, I get it. You addressed it in free agency, right? So he lost out, fine. But now we're talking about, okay, well, is Jarian Jones going to be the guy? Well, he's playing a spot he didn't really have a lot of experience playing last year, and his competition right now is a guy in Travis Hunter who seems to be like he knows what he's doing.
I think it's a fair
These
point.
are the conversations.
Again, one that kind of I think got overlooked, and we've talked about a lot since the offseason, is that. How's he going to move to the outside? I think it just kind of got swept under the rug, partly because Travis Hunter got drafted. Now, what Jarian Jones will say is, that's what he was playing before he ended up going to the nickel spot at Florida State. Sure. But he also excelled at Florida State in that final year to get to a position where somebody drafted him in the 3rd round. That's somebody, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Right. And you're right, showed some pretty good sample stuff at the nickel spot. We haven't seen it at the outside corner spot. If he plays outside corner the entire time at Florida State, is he drafted in the 3rd round? I don't know. I don't think we know that.
Right.
So, again, I like Jarian, but I think we kind of, I think as a whole, I think the fan base kind of lost that storyline. Whatever. Us.
No,
lost
it
the
went to the back burner.
storyline of, hey, can Jarian Jones play outside? When they picked up Jordan Lewis in free agency, you're like, okay, this is their solution. And we have said they hadn't fixed the interior for 3 years or 2 years, whatever. They hadn't fixed the 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 runs for 3 years. The other thing they really haven't identified and fixed for the last few years is someone opposite of a healthy Tyson Campbell.
Which is crazy.
They really haven't fixed that. They just haven't. They've drafted guys, and to Buster Brown's credit, he's played better than people probably want to give him credit for. But Ronald Darby was a disaster, really. Like, he didn't have anything left. So that's another position that they really haven't. Is that all this regime's fault? Not necessarily.
No.
You can only make so many moves. But again, Jordan Lewis has to be really good there, too, because, quite frankly, if Jarian Jones was playing nickel and you had gone and got an outside corner, would we feel better?
Well, yeah, because we know what we got with Jarian Jones last year. And guess what? We got a guy who plays a little bit of a chip and a little bit of an attitude as well, which I really like.
Yeah, I do, too. Yeah, I like him on the field.
The other thing about it that nobody really wants to talk about because you're so early in the process, but, everybody loves Gladstone, and that's fine. They might have just been wrong here. And I get it's one preseason game. People don't really want to accept that part, but they might have just missed on this one in terms of the Jarian Jones being able to play outside. Now, granted, they end up with the Travis Hunter, so there is sort of kind of a fix there. But again, we said this a while ago. If Tyson Campbell is to get hurt, which the betting odds would say over the last couple of years he is at some point, what are you doing outside if it turns out Jarian Jones can't do it?
Yeah, this is the conversation I remember really Austen having more than any other. And we've had a lot about Travis Hunter. But it was like, if you don't solidify that spot, how soon do you have to move him more to that side of the ball?
Preseason game 2.
Preseason game.
It's
Number
crazy,
1
man.
might have illustrated
It's
that
crazy
could be
for
sooner
you.
or later. Well,
against backups, by the way.
In fairness now, I will say this, and James Gladstone and I kind of almost chuckled at it when he said it. It was on a Sirius XM interview in June. And he said, people have assumed that we're putting him on offense all the time or more. And quite frankly, I'm in that boat. I think the plan was to use him on offense more. But he said the reason why he's playing offense more is because there's a lot to consume. There's a lot more to learn.
Sure.
We have not identified where he's playing more. So that has been more of an external narrative. And quite frankly, one that I've probably framed too, because I really do feel, and I think you do too, that he was used as that number 2 wide receiver and impact, get the ball in his hands, all those things when we did the shock your mock stuff. It's like, hey, if you pick him as a receiver first, now you got the ball in his hands, he can impact every play. Yeah. If you use him as a corner, well, he has a chance to get the ball in his hands.
Right.
And he can impact the game, but it's not going to be as loud and on every play. So, here we go. Maybe after preseason game number 2, we won't be.
Well, it is the Saints, so you got a chance to look good against the Saints.
Oh, yeah.
Now, granted, that was the Steelers' backups and triple backups at a time.
Let's see.
Did you see my boy Darnell, though?
Yeah, that was you.
Come on!
I was gonna say because I remember us talking. It was me and you talking about him. That's what. It
Love
was.
him.
Yeah.
I popped so loud when he scored. I was like, "Yeah, Darnell!"
I thought of you. Actually.
Come on!
He's a big dude.
And then he's huge, bro.
He's a big dude. Why can't you spike it or dunk it over the goalpost? Like, what's the reasoning?
Because you could bend the goalpost and have to pause the game for it.
Oh, that's a good call.
He could have shacked that thing. Have you seen the human?
I think that was
huge. Is that why they've eliminated? Because everything else.
I think Jimmy was one of the. It was a tight end or a wide receiver did that.
It was Graham.
Was it Graham that did that? Yeah, and he dented it. They had to come in and delay the game.
I was asked that question. I was like, I don't really know.
Darn,
but you just answered it. That's a good one.
Jack should have picked him. Damn.
Facts. Picked him.
Love him. He got yelled at too by Tomlin boy after getting that penalty. Woo.
Oh, did he?
Oh yeah. Them coaches,
trade him to Jay. Hey,
them coaches were in his
on the trade
face.
block. Maybe, that's not the Pittsburgh Steelers way. That's the Jaguars way. They'll bring him over here.
Hey, looking for somewhere to go for lunch? Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls, 3 locations down in Durban Town Center. We were there on Thursday with the show, and also up in Fernandina Beach. MasonsLobster.com. When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness. And most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
If you look good, you feel good. And the medical professionals here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics are here to make you feel your best. I'm on camera every week, and I have a confession to make. I'm not always confident in my appearance. Can you see my dark circles? Is my makeup highlighting my fine lines instead of covering them up? I question it all. So when I found out about the wide variety of procedures here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics, I knew help was just one appointment away. Medical Director Dr. Megan Deacon-Casey and her board-certified physicians have been using the latest in cutting-edge technology for the last 10 years, giving men and women their personal confidence boost. From Botox, fillers, Morpheus 8, and so much more. The hardest part was figuring out what I needed. Thankfully, the medical team walked me through what would work best for me through a free consultation. Come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
I've been telling you about CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing for a long time now. Their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants. We've had a Connecticut water softener and drinking water system in our home for more than 7 years. You can see the difference whether you're washing clothes, the dishes, or what I like to do most, fill this up for some coffee every morning, and mostly all day. Remember, if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter. Right now, you can get a free Connecticut reverse osmosis system with the purchase of a Connecticut Premier Softener. The experts at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing will test your water for free and determine your water score. Don't know your water score? CGC will find out and recommend the appropriate Connecticut water treatment solutions so you can improve it. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Ask about our 90-day love it or leave it guarantee. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Oh, well, back to school. Did you put together this team coverage box today?
Wow.
We only had 6 people out there?
Not including Shay and Chandler.
Ah, okay. 8. Got 8. Back to school today.
Nice.
Hope Ronan had a good time. He was having a good time.
Yeah.
Lunchtime right now. Although the kids like eat lunch early.
Yeah. They give you pizza and chocolate milk at 11 a.m.
Yeah. I did get a
Foul.
break today. Like I heard, Kaylee was telling me that the school at the top of the street is going to school earlier than they did last year.
Oh.
So, but that's a break for me because now I don't have to, wait.
Oh, as long
and
as
get
your life's
caught.
easier.
Well, it is. First of all, I don't send my kids to school
Thank
anymore.
goodness.
And I don't have to sit in traffic now when I'm driving here.
Yeah. Hamby, did you do some of the morning coverage of the school stuff?
Yes.
What
yes,
do
I
they?
did.
What do they talk about?
It's a great question.
Because
Oh, it's a
It's
huge
school.
time.
It's a huge day.
Well, yeah, but
what's
I'm with him here.
What's the breaking though?
No, traffic. I'm with you.
There's the traffic. There's the bus changes. The bus shortages.
stressing out
There's
'cause they
the new
left too late.
superintendent in St. Johns County, who this is his first year.
Times of school, if parents didn't know.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Reebok opened a new opening. That was the first high
That's
school
fair.
to be paid with the half-penny sales tax. And then
I like
there was
that.
a power outage in the area. So as high schoolers showed up for their first day
That's embarrassing.
at a new building, it has
Got
nothing
to
to
go
do
home?
with the Reebok. No,
Oh.
it was the power outage was in the area. It affected the building. It wasn't like it was the building, just the building.
Okay.
So that was a thing, and some
So
other things like that.
here's my thing.
There
If
was
we're-
already a school threat at Orange Park High. Sorry.
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like you got to cover that.
Sorry, please continue.
if you don't know the bus schedule and or the new times of school at 7 a.m. on day 1, hey,
That's a good point.
maybe you screwed up as a parent. That's all I'm saying. I put my kid on bus 62. They're supposed to be on 14. My kid's now in Wachula. What the hell? That's
Kinda on you.
I'm sorry. We don't need to be breaking news on that.
Ben, interview these parents that put their kids on the wrong bus. I want to hear it.
The parent that was
Post-game
up
breakdowns.
accountable.
to see
Post-game
that.
breakdowns.
Just a mess.
You would understand it. Oh, I would understand it. I had a kid. Where'd you go wrong, sir?
It's a big day. The back to school stuff, will that linger tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday as well, or is it just kind of today?
Oh, I'm over it
Is
already.
everybody back today?
I got Ronan's first picture. We're good. All right, man.
Yeah. Well, I meant on the news stuff.
Duval, Clay, and St. John's public schools are all today. So
All today.
pretty much, yes.
So that's
All right.
a lot. Yeah. All right.
That's about
It's over 250,000 students.
You guys ever think school's a scam?
By the way, hold on. If we do the news, right?
No? Okay.
No,
if it's 250,000 students, that's also a lot of moms and dads and people in Jacksonville. I mean, just think about 250,000 kids. It does impact
Brent,
school.
Oh, I'm away. When I work the morning show, I know.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
I know how many people are on the road, listening to, maybe
Something.
a show. Yeah. Back in Boston, like I can't say the name, so back in Boston in the morning. I know.
You can't say it.
I mean, I don't want to say it.
Oh, okay.
So I just add a beat to everything. We're good.
No problem.
Boston, Massachusetts, obviously.
I like that.
Yeah, you like
Very
that.
good. Is school a scam?
Yeah, I'm back on that.
Well, in essence,
Think about all the things you learned in
I'm gonna think
grade
about if I can
school.
get myself in trouble first.
Okay, well let me get myself in more trouble, and then you can decide.
Freelancer over here, we're good.
All the stuff you learned in grade school and middle school, how much of that have you used today?
Preach, he's freelancing. I like it. Not associated action.
People.
Anybody do Pythagorean theorem today?
Pythagorean.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared? Never used it one time in my entire life.
Anybody?
You know what that is, Hamby, by the way? Did I nail that?
Yes, you did.
I suck at math and I still got that.
Anybody use fractions today?
Man.
Fractions?
Any fractions?
You should know fractions.
Did you use them today?
Today, I haven't used anything.
What are you doing? Are you cooking? What are you baking a cake?
There you go.
I mean,
yeah, but the cup says, the measuring cup says it,
Anybody speak a foreign language today that you were forced to take the class?
I probably should have taken more of it.
I wish I would have done that too, yeah.
Okay, well,
I could be on ESPN Espanol right now just killing the game.
Yes.
Casey, you're going to hate me. I'm minored in Spanish in college.
Why?
Well, you should probably talk more Spanish.
In case I...
Make yourself more marketable.
In case I was more...
Telemundo, right there in the station.
More in baseball than football in half the league and half of the minor leagues.
Mostly
because I wanted to understand what the jumbo shrimp players were saying all of the time instead of half the time when I was working with them.
See.
I do think some of your context is right there, but I've never really liked are you going to use that here? Because some people will. Like if you're an engineer or something like that, you have to be exposed to it to be then able to know if you're any good at it.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get into those fields of whether it's math or science or something that, right?
But 12 years of the stuff?
Well, you didn't do 12 years of the Pythagorean theorem.
No, but it's generally the same thing for 12 years. Once you figure out how to write and read, all right, 12 is probably a stretch, but you can't tell me 6th grade through high school is basically all the same thing.
Case, we took 12 years of English. You should see some of the scripts that come across my desk. We should have taken 24.
You're right.
Holy cow.
And they majored in journalism.
And they majored
That's
in
true.
it. It was really 16.
That's a good point.
That's a very good point.
One more thing.
Maybe they're just idiots.
Well, Casey get his games here and everything, so he doesn't get bumped. Did I tell you about my the orientation for Ronan? I may have shared a little bit, but did I talk to you about how they're changing this teaching style now to fit with the kids with the TikTok generation?
No, you just told us about tattoos.
Tattoos,
and
yeah. So what I forgot to mention was they're changing up now, the curriculum a little bit in terms of they only teach the kids for 10 to 15 minutes, and then they'll take a little break and then come back to it because they're finding now, and this is research is showing that kids' attention spans only are literally 10 minutes long before they lose them. So they have to teach in chunks, take a break, and then come back.
Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, it's the Cliff Kingsbury effect.
It's a good thing that we're alive now, because in the next 12 years, doctors are just going to be using ChatGPT to figure out and I'm dead serious, medical school.
That's probably true.
So if you're going to have a serious major health thing, do it now.
That was one of Phil Amato's special reports this morning, was how Duval has now a new program to teach teachers how to use AI effectively, how to detect it, and how students can actually use and use it for good instead of just having it do all of the assignment for them.
I don't.
Wow, that's a good story.
I mean, it's
By the way, should we have this sponsored, the morning recap?
No,
watch tomorrow morning.
I'm not mad.
What time we start? 4:30 to 9 on CBS 47 and Fox 30.
Today was a special.
This morning.
Today was a special
day. Number one in Jacksonville, by the way.
That's right.
At 4:30. I'd hope so.
Yeah.
What else is on?
It's only
5,
one,
6,
right?
and 6:30 now.
They're competing against Friends reruns.
My only slight comment on the school stuff is if you've ever homeschooled, you realize how quick the day can go by.
Yes.
So I do think, and now, by the way, you need some.
Did you homeschool?
1 year. So the mechanisms of this
explains it.
Well, I didn't, but the mechanism. No, I didn't. The kids did 1 year of it.
Oh, you taught the homeschool. Steph did.
He didn't teach.
I know he's a moron, but so Steph did.
Yeah. So, but point is, you can really get it done time management wise in a 3-hour day.
Yeah.
So there's a lot
Really?
of other. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got to believe that.
Yeah. So
That's- yeah, I guess we were.
So
I
my
don't know.
point is, like, you get why it's built like this. It's the public school system, private school, whatever, is almost like a daycare. At times, right?
It's
because people
100%
have to
daycare.
work.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
so that the day is elongated.
Sure.
Because if you had to pay daycare from 11 to 5,
Can't do it.
I mean, people can't afford it from 4 to 6.
I don't know, man.
So-
If you're talking about trying to throw like more math at me in a condensed version, like I was already trying to shake hands with my ADD the entire time during algebra, and
Sure.
that was like an hour and some change. If you try to condense that to 20 minutes, there's no way I'm learning anything.
Well, but you just said it, though. I mean, basically, like, we're not even equipped, our humans now are not even equipped to go to a 7-hour learning anything. Like, if they sent
Yeah.
us to a classes all day at some conference for 7 hours, we'd be like,
oh, dude, I could, yeah.
you know, and now you're asking 12-year-olds to do it.
Literally, the only anxiety I've had 2 anxiety attacks actually, like real anxiety attacks. One was in math class during a test, puked everywhere. It was bad.
Really?
Yep. And
That's
the
insane.
other one was when it was like a group meeting for like the morning show when like the whole company got together and we had to sit in a room for an hour and just
You
talk.
talking about begging in Boston?
Yeah, begging in Boston, and then we had to talk about how good we were doing. And Patterson was, dude, I didn't throw up that one, but I had to get up and leave for a second. I'm like, I don't feel good because like I'm just like, what are we doing here? Like it's pointless. Like
There's a lot of that.
Sorry.
By the way, real quick on that, do you remember like kids used to just casually throw up in class? Like, that just happens.
Oh yeah,
Like out of nowhere,
yeah.
kids would just randomly throw up.
Projectile vomit.
There's always the quiet kids too, man.
In like
when you never
high
expected.
school.
It would happen like once a year.
Yes, and you just be like, "Why does that kid throw it up?" Like for no reason.
Oh, dude,
you never had this
we took it
happen?
seriously.
Oh, yeah,
we weren't casual. We were like freaking out when that happened to us. Like in our classroom.
No, we were just sitting there like, "What is wrong with this kid?"
Oh, we
thought it was the
like,
flu. It could have been anxiety.
Yeah. Anxiety, man.
It's just kind of a wild thing to think about.
Yeah, it is.
Like as an
You don't
adult
really-
now, you're like, "Why did
The only
you
other
just-"
place you could see that really is like on a plane.
Yeah.
Right? 'Cause
Have you ever seen that on a
I
plane?
haven't actually, but you could.
Oh, I had to talk a girl like she was not doing good, and I had to like talk her through it. Like she was ready.
Well,
to,
yeah,
Okay.
but like I'm saying, like,
I've never seen anybody throw up on a plane.
No,
But
me
I'm
neither.
saying,
She was in
like,
tears.
I'm
She was
sure it's
crying. Like she was like,
oh, like
bawling.
losing it.
Oh yeah.
That's
And
pretty.
then I had to like, you
I
know,
got a couple people close to me that do not like get that way.
yeah.
Like I can't get there because like it's flying's fine, but I know for a lot of people it is like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hey, let's pay this thing off. What do we got? Nobody won the bets.
No one got a
No
single
one-
one right.
I beg to differ.
What did you do?
So
Did your table tennis guy actually win? I did the research on this.
I have also looked it up. So because I didn't place the bet obviously I have to go find it for myself.
Yes.
Because it just disappears from the app.
Yeah.
Correct.
These two jokers, Jiri Skrila and I don't even know the something Sakura, F Sakura,
Yeah, I
played 7 times on August 8th.
Okay, so I had this problem too. I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on.
They played 7 times. The most recent, my guy won. So if we just want to go with that, then I'm up $260.
We don't.
We don't.
We don't.
So how,
So nice try.
how did? which
I
one
did the
do you
same
count?
thing.
Huh?
Which one do you, if they played 7 times on that day, then which one do you actually? Did you,
I don't know. I should get half.
That's why we don't count ping pong
I think
at all.
we're not betting ping pong anymore.
You
It's
can
off the
bet ping
table.
pong, but
You don't got to ask us to do it. You talk to him.
here's
Brent.
what I did, Hamby, and I could
common
be
sense.
wrong because I'm a moron. But I was in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru on Sunday, and it was or Saturday night, and it was taking forever. So I was looking up the ping pong scores because I was trying to figure out what the hell was going on.
God bless
As
you.
far as I understand it, I saw your dudes were playing 16 times a day. I went back to the first one,
That's fair.
and I had it as 3 of your 4 dudes won, but your 4th dude showed they didn't win.
Yes. So all three of my guys definitely won.
Yes.
And then the 4th one, those guys played
Okay.
4 times on August 8th.
But did he lose the first one?
I don't know which one the first one is.
Fair enough. I went back down just to the
What
bottom.
was the 4? How did they settle? 2 and 2, 3 and 1.
He went
See, we don't use math.
1 and 3.
Okay, then you lose.
You lose. I hate to tell you. But, dude, I'll let you know, I was impressed when I saw the first 3 hit. I was like, this dude is a menace. And then...
Hamby, also, if you put that down for your bet, can you tell us what sport it is so we're not just like
Oh, dude, I
chickens with
cursed
their-
you up and down on
Chickens with their
Friday.
heads cut off, wondering
Yeah.
what. Because, by the way, when you Google these guys, they're ping pong players, so they don't really just come up, you know?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
I was
Appreciate you.
at a wedding, and my dad was texting me, "You're getting cursed up and down because
Well,
these guys
I
didn't
was.
know what your bet
Hey,
was."
by the way, that's a pretty common theme this year.
Yeah.
You should have heard
When
what
you're
happened
at a
off the
wedding,
air.
Hamby gets cursed up and down.
Yep. By the way, so nobody won, but if you remember, I gave the advice during the weekend, bet the over on the first quarter scores of the NFL
You did.
preseason. That went 11-5.
Just not the ones you had.
Just not the one,
Yeah, you had one miss. I
had
saw
one
that.
miss.
I'll
I saw
also
that.
throw out the baseball bet I did. I had the Diamondbacks -1.5. It was a 4-teamer. That hit. I had Kyle Stowers getting a hit. That hit.
Yep.
I had Riley Green getting a hit. That hit.
You got
and I
screwed.
had Tigers -1.5, and they won by 1.
Yep.
I hate to see it.
That would have been a good one.
All right, you guys
want
want
me
this?
to complain about my stuff now,
No,
too?
you want this trivia?
Because, no.
Oh, we have
Tommy
trivia?
Trivia, we have
Fleetwood
trivia?
joked again.
Tommy Fleetwood, dude, that was your own fault.
Yeah, it's your fault. It's fine. It's golf, Brent. You know, we just went over this.
16th, 17th hole, like,
he can't do it. He
it's
can't
unbelievable.
win. Yeah, you lost money. I don't know what to tell you. As soon as I saw the bet, I knew you lost.
Yeah, see, that's why it sucks more for Brent because he actually loses the money.
Well, he's an idiot.
I'm going to win.
Okay, real quick, we're doing this because I wrote it down. Which first-round wide receiver had the best preseason week 1?
Ooh.
First-round wide receiver
Of this year.
Yeah.
Yep. Was Luther Bird? No, Luther Bird was second. Yeah, I'm gonna lean towards Ted as well.
It was.
I saw one catch he made.
2 for 43, no touchdowns, but
Travis
that was.
Hunter, he played 18 snaps.
Nope, he did not have the best stat line. Which quarterback led the week in passing?
Shadur.
Yeah, I would say Shadur Sanders for sure.
No, I'm going to say Skylar Thompson.
Very close, but no. He missed it by like 10 yards.
Mason Rudolph.
Nope.
When you say lead, who had the most yardage?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, most yardage.
Whoever played for the Patriots scored like 38 points.
Milton? No.
I don't even know backup quarterbacks.
I
Who's
don't-
backup?
yeah.
I got one. Who's the backup in Miami? What's his name? Former Jets guy.
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
Not even close.
Quinn Ewers had a what a day.
I'm gonna say Sanders.
So did
Yeah,
Graham
it's not right.
Mertz.
Where do you know?
Ewers and Mertz had bad days.
Tanner McKee for the Philadelphia Eagles. 252 yards. What do you mean? He played for Stanford, I think. Stanford, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Watch Stadium Pulse.
Yeah, I guess.
Which MLB team had the least amount of runs this weekend?
Ooh,
The Marlins.
this old game, huh?
Hey, we won 3 in a row, guys.
Who, the Braves?
Oh,
Braves
yeah,
Braves
baby.
are on fire.
Who the Braves play?
Marlins.
The Marlins.
Oh.
The
Reds-
Mets.
Nah, the Red Mets scored. Red Sox didn't do that great. But
Yankees?
nah.
American League team, though.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the Angels.
I got
Right division, wrong team. It's the Rangers. 5 points. Or 5 points. 5 runs against Phillies. Justin Rose won the golf. Tommy Fleetwood did not. It was in a playoff, so it was literally they tied, and then this dude won by 1. Justin Rose won $3.6 million for that. JJ Spawn got second. How much did he get?
1.4.
I like that you have like solid just answers
Ready
right
to
away.
roll.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's not right, but I appreciate it.
They're probably in the ballpark though. These are elevated events now, so I'm gonna go 1.8.
I'm gonna go 800 grand.
2.2.
Bang.
How many times did the audio go out of the Jags game? Wait, don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. I didn't mean to write that down. Don't answer that. Sorry.
I was gonna call YouTube TV up and be like, "Hey, I want my
YouTube
free."
TV.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was not.
Found out it wasn't.
All right, sorry about that. That was a mistake. Cut that out. There are 4 USA teams left in the Little League World Series. Where are they from?
Ooh, Brent.
I saw LaShawn Highsmith had a really good day. He was a visitor on our show a couple months ago with the Jack Spal.
Yeah. I think he did have a good day. I don't.
South Dakota.
There's no South Dakota.
Okay.
Who beat the Florida team, Lake Mary? I'm gonna say Georgia.
No Georgia.
Pennsylvania.
Hawaii? Is Hawaii still in it?
No
They're
Pennsylvania,
out.
no Hawaii.
Dang, they got beat, huh?
Texas.
Richmond, Texas.
South Carolina.
No.
Cal.
Virginia.
No, Cal got beat by Hawaii.
Fairfield, Connecticut, Richmond, Texas, something Hills, Illinois, and Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah.
I was just saying this. I don't even enjoy watching the Little League World Series anymore.
Really?
I
Why
don't really
not?
think the baseball's that great, and it's so
terrible.
overhyped. All right, go.
What was the shortest UFC fight of the weekend?
Dude who got power bombed.
Not Urbina.
The guy, Urbina and the other guy.
Urbina was the shortest. He got knocked out in 1 minute and 3 seconds.
Yeah, he had a takedown before that too.
Yeah.
And then he got absolutely murdered. Which is the only division in football that did not get a win this weekend?
Ooh.
NFC North.
No.
AFC South.
AFC South, you better believe it.
Yeah, so AFC South.
Worst point differential from this week of the preseason.
That was the Patriots Washington game.
Yeah.
Washington's minus 30.
Yeah.
They did not look good.
No.
A lot of special team stuff. Didn't they give out like 2 returns, I think?
Gave up the opening kickoff.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
What was first ever female umpire Jen Powell's strike correct percentage on balls and strikes in yesterday's Marlins Braves?
Here we go. Yep, here goes Hamby.
Say 91%.
That would be so. I am not going to say it.
Well, she messed up the first one I saw.
She did. Yeah, the first one she missed.
97.
90.8.
Is that good or bad?
That's not good.
Not good.
I don't think that's good.
Bad, actually.
Hamby was just waiting for that, huh? yeah, he was.
Wrong thing.
There you go.
We got to go.
Hey, isn't it funny how making fun of a girl getting to her job than Hamby can't do his job? You know, if that's what you want to do, Hamby, maybe go ahead and check yourself a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Storytellers of the 904 up next. Young and Norvell at 4 o'clock. 1st and 10 training camp tonight at 11:15. Have a good one, everybody.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242. You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing. Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Save 10% off any water heater plus no trip charge. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. For a limited time, CGC is waiving the trip charge on all related plumbing calls. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
For the game day hustle and every day in between, juggling my show Jag Social to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. my profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion.
After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone.
The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call.
Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2020